Hello, 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 coolies. How are we doing? Have we recovered from the sadness of midweek? I hope so. Let's get into La Liga mode because we are back with Barca Live. And first of all, I would like to send an extended happy birthday message to all of you coolies because it's all of our birthdays today. Happy 126th anniversary to Football Club Barcelona. Today, 29th of November, is Barca's birthday. 126 years of history, eh? Let's see if we can celebrate with 3 points, which would put us top of the table, by the way, at least for tonight. Pablo Balls, how are we doing?
Yeah, doing very well. It's celebration day, birthday day, hopefully a day with 3 points for Barca.
Yep.
Quite excited for this game, but for a number of different reasons that I think we'll pick out in this preview half an hour period we've got here before things get started. So, look, really looking forward to it. Back at the Spotify Camp Nou. It's our birthday day. It's a home game that I think could be exciting for a lot of reasons with the players we've got on the pitch, for the moment we're in right now to bounce back from Tuesday night. So, really looking forward to this one.
Right, well, you fans probably already know the lineup, but let's go to Marc Brau at the stadium anyway to tell us what Barca's lineup is for today.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi Robert, hi Pablo. It's an absolute pleasure to be again here this afternoon for the second time this season in the new Spotify Camp Nou. Today, Barça Alaves in a very special day because today, as you said, we are celebrating our 126th anniversary. We hope that today will be different than last year in the 125th because we lost that game against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas after the big party in the Liceo. So a special day here. Of course, it's always special to play at home, but it's an important day to have the fourth win in a row in La Liga and trying to put more pressure on Real Madrid that are right now 1 point ahead of us on the standings. We have important news in the lineup, important news in the starting 11. 5 changes between the last lineup against Chelsea and today. Remember that today are out of the game due to different injuries. Marc-André ter Stegen, Gavi, Fermin, and also Ronald Araujo, as Hansi Flick said yesterday, due to a stomachal virus. Also, Frankie de Jong is out of the squad due to personal reasons. So let's go with the starting 11 for today, with Joan Garcia at the goal, with 4 players up the back, with Alejandro Balde as a left back, with Eric Garcia as a right back, and Gerard Martin next to Pau Cubarsí as the centre backs. Important news at the midfield position as a holding midfielder, Marc Bernal, and next to Singh, Marc Casado. Marcs are back to the starting 11. Also is back to the starting 11, Dani Olmo, who will play as an attacking midfielder. And what is back? Who is back? Guess who's back? The Trident, finally, for the first time this season, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Robert Lewandowski, who has scored a lot of goals against Alaves in his career. Remember that Pedri has the medical okay, but he will start the game for the moment on the bench.
Pablo, and you fans could let us know your thoughts on the live chat. Remember, you can only comment on the live chat if you are YouTube Premium members. So go ahead and sign up if you want to interact, if you want to share your thoughts. You can rate that lineup from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest score. And as I said, a lot to talk about here, Pablo. Marc said it. For the first time this season, and I don't think I realized this before I was told this stat, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha start together. So think about that for a second when we've been saying, oh, the team doesn't look the same as last year. For the first time, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha have started in the same lineup. Marc Bernal gets his first start since the game in which he got injured against Rayo Vallecano. And today, a defensive line that we had not seen together this season with Eric, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde. By the way, on the day of the 126th anniversary, 9 Catalan players, 9 players born in Catalonia in the lineup. I wonder if Hansi Flick just thought of the symbolism of that.
He did a similar thing against Athletic, if I'm not wrong.
He did.
There were an awful lot of Catalan players up there, and that's great to see. I think it shows also how many players we're bringing through the academy right now. La Masia into the first team, really positive. Today is one heck of a stat, isn't it? And there's so much to get through, like you said, Robert. I'm a big fan of the back line. I thought Cubarsí and Gerard Martin played really well against Athletic Club in the 4-0 winner at the Spotify Camp Nou 2 this time last week, so I'm happy to see them start. Eric, I think, has been excellent, and I think a right back, he also always proves himself. Good to see that. Bernal for the first time in so long. First time since Rayo. In last season, Robert, Matchday 3, August 24, that he starts a game. Unbelievable. So Bernal in the lineup too. What a massive moment that is. Next to Casado too. Olmo we thought would play because of Fermin's absence. And the Trident. You're quite right. On Monday, this is December, by the way, guys. That's how far into the year we are already. and it's the first time we're seeing these three. So, hey, so much to be excited about. I can't wait to see Rafinha play again. I love the lineup. It's a 10 for me.
And of course, how fitting it is to have 9 Catalan players playing today in our second game back at Spotify Camp Nou. We're already used to it.
Yeah,
we're back home. It's just like... It's like a business going on as usual.
It's like a subtopic now, isn't it? It's just like, but it's great, isn't it? And it's exciting that we're going to have this every other week now, or every week with games midweek and whatnot. So it's going to be so cool. We've got Champions League nights coming up here as well and whatnot. And on a celebration day like today, it should be really cool.
Right. Well, comments from our fans. We've got FC Barcelona 1565 saying, "Cool, Barca 126th birthday." Mac Lumby says Alaves should give us the game as a birthday present. I love that. Who will say Lavato Masi says, "We will win." Lance says Garcia is the Titan in goal. Luis says it's a 9 out of 10 lineup. And Lavato Masi says it's a 10 out of 10 lineup. Lance says 9 out of 10. Just realized we have 8 La Masia graduates in the lineup. So how about that? 8? Or is it 9? No, it's 9. Oh, well, no. Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay, so having said all of that, having talked about all of that, we have a question, as always, for you. And we're going to have to be quick because, the clock is ticking. We're just 23 minutes away from the game. There is the question that I'm going to get up on the screen right now, which is, who will be the key player today? Ooh. Is Bernal going to be an important piece in midfield, the anchor in that midfield? Is it going to be Rafinha in his first start since the game against Oviedo? Or is it Lewandowski, who has an interesting history against Alaves, Pablo?
Yeah, he does. I think it's 7 goals in 4 games, if I'm not wrong, Robert. It's some return for Lewandowski. And he scored all the goals, I'm sure Mark Bernal will be keen to tell us later. Again, the fixtures against this opponent last season. Yeah. Bernal, I'm really excited to see, because I do think when he's in midfield and when he's on it, he's a completely different profile to what we have. He recovers the ball really quickly and he turns over possession well. My key player for today, Robert, is Rafinha, though. We've missed him so much. I even thought in the 30 minutes against Chelsea, which, by the way, was a dead game. We were 1 man down. Chelsea were really good on that night. And I thought even then he added energy. He added something. He actually came closest to scoring for Barca in the second half with that save that Sanchez made. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him out there in front of the fans, roaring them on. Can't wait.
You fans can interact with us. Send in your answers. I agree 100% with Pablo. I liked what I saw in the 10 minutes against Athletic Club. Obviously, he came on in a tough situation against Chelsea, but he brought energy. He created his own opportunity. That shot saved by Robert Sanchez. He was intense, impressed. He tried to pick the morale and the energy of his teammates up, so we're going to need that today, no doubt. Send in your questions. I want to say hi also to Philip Novak, new member.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Thank you for joining. Thank you for signing up. You get a shout out from us. Yep. And you now also get to listen to Hansi Flick talking to Mara Brau just a few minutes ago. Let's hear what Hansi had to say before this game.
As always, before the game, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, how are you?
I'm good.
Second game here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Of course, it's not the first one, but it's also special because today the team, the club has 126-year-old.
Yeah, congrats. So, but for us, the important thing is our best present is also to win 3 points today.
If we take a look to the lineup, a lot of changes, 5 changes between the game against Chelsea and today. What do you want with these changes in the lineup?
No, Frankie is out because he's about private reason. So this is we accept, and at the end it's like that. This is our starting 11 for today, and we want to win 3 points. So Rafa is back on the starting 11, and I think also with Levy and with Lamin last season was very, very good. Dani Olmo played for Fermin Lopez, so I'm happy with this starting 11.
And the last one, 3 wins in a row in LaLiga, so today good chance to have the 4th one, also scoring a lot of goals. So it's a good moment also for the team to have this good line in LaLiga to win the 4th one. So it's the main goal, as you said yesterday.
This is our goal. Of course, when we win with one goal ahead, it's for me okay. 1-0 is also okay. Clean sheet and score 1 goal. It's not easy because this team defend very well with a lot of passion. So, but at the end, we know also about our quality, and we have to show it today.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
You're welcome. Thanks.
The words of Hansi Flick analyzing the game today against Alaves.
Thank you very much there. Hansi Flick confirming that Frankie de Jong is out due to personal reasons. So we hope that everything is okay with Frankie. Saying that obviously it's the objective to keep going after those good results in La Liga. Obviously to put pressure on Real Madrid, who play tomorrow in Montilivi. If we win tonight, I insist we go to the top of the table, just like we did last week. Last week they dropped 2 points, and slowly we keep climbing.
Exactly, 100%.
Before we continue, there's been an incident with the ticket app. So if any of you are going to the stadium, there was an incident with the download of some of the tickets on the app for members. The club has solved it by sending new PDFs. So if you are going to the stadium and are having incidences, don't worry, the club is on it. Hi ha hagut una incidència amb l'app d'entrades. I'm going to say this in Catalan just in case anyone's watching right now. Hi ha hagut una incidència amb l'aplicació de les entrades. S'ha produït aquesta incidència en la descàrrega d'algunes entrades en l'aplicació dels socis. El problema sembla que ja ha quedat resolt amb l'enviament a tots socis i sòcies de la localitat pel partit d'avui davant l'Alavés d'un nou PDF amb les seves entrades. Així doncs es garanteix que els socis puguin accedir a l'estadi per poder veure aquest partit. Right. Issue solved, it seems, Pablo.
Yeah, hopefully everyone gets in.
You know, I'm guessing they won't have problems, our viewers, to become YouTube Premium members, of course. That's easy. You just click on the link on the pinned comment in the live chat. You've got it in the description of the video as well. Click on the link and you can become YouTube Premium members. And there are a lot of perks and advantages and exclusive contents that you can view on our YouTube channel. There's also exclusive members-only chats like today's, in which you can use the new emojis that the club creates for you exclusively. And as I said, exclusive member-only videos. There's member-only shorts, members-only live. So why not?
Lots to like.
Lots to like. They can also send their questions to the players.
Yeah.
Was
it Rafinha this week, Robert?
There was questions to Rafinha in the preview of the Champions League game. There's Q&As as well that we do every month. So there are lots of reasons to become members. Right, let's talk about this Alaves team for a second, Pablo, because in the past seasons, though they've changed their coach, in the past seasons, they have given us trouble, especially at home. And Alaves, a team that have been up and down this season. They are 14th in the table right now. Let me pull up their lineup here. With Sivera in goal, one of their longest tenured players. They have Otto at the back, Johnny Otto, with Tenaglia, Pacheco, and number 24 Parada. In midfield, Antonio Blanco, former Barça player Denis Suarez, of course, and Ibanez. On the wings, they have Calebe, Abderrebak, and up front they have Lucas Boyer.
It's an interesting team because we're expecting to be good defensively. We really struggled in this fixture last season actually to score. Sol Lewandowski goal around the hour mark, and that was a really tough game. We hope it's not the same case today, but it very well could be. This is a side who actually have the third best defence in the division, so it's not easy to play against them. I think they've only conceded one goal fewer than one goal more than Atleti, for example. So we know how strong they're going to be defensively. Going forward is probably where we'll be okay because they haven't scored many goals. In fact, of the 11 they've scored, 7 have come from set pieces. So try and keep them away from those sorts of situations. And hey, let's hope we manage to make this a game that we have a lot of the ball in. The key for me is going to be making sure we generate chance after chance. Don't let them get comfortable in their block. They'll probably sit in. They'll probably play compact. Let's see if we can overcome that in short.
Right, well, before the warm-up ends, we have guessed the player for you, as always. I'm going to test Pablo. I'm going to test you guys on the live chat as well. 15 minutes remaining until kickoff. And I'm really looking forward to this one with this very Catalan lineup with the return of Marc Bernal. There he is on our screens right now. So let's guess the player, guys. Let's get the first one on our screens, and there it goes. Pablo, who might this be? In training, pictures of training.
Oh dear. Hair is throwing me off here massively. I'm not sure what's going on there. Looks like he's wearing like a snood around his head almost, like a little hat. And for that reason, I'm tempted to go someone like Rafinha, who I know sometimes wears those in training. I know that's not his actual hair, but I'm just thinking he's got one of the little the hat things on that keeps you warm in the cold. That's my thinking behind it. Because hair-wise, I'm just struggling. Like last season, I'd maybe go someone like Hector Ford. Other than this season, I don't know.
So you're going to go Rafinha. By the way, you guys on the live chat can take part. Siobhan Bishop says, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Support from the Caribbean.
Hey.
1, jealous of you for being in the Caribbean. 2, happy Thanksgiving to you. Who have we got? Mac Loomis says Fermin. Luis says Fermin. By the way, we haven't talked about it. Fermin is out for a couple of weeks, so that is not Fermin. Lance says Frankie, who is out for today, but was in training this week, and this is in fact, hang on, I've lost my, there we go. Pablito,
wow.
you were wrong, but Lance was right.
Not many were right.
Not many were right.
That was a tough one. I was also thinking Fermin, but I thought, because I knew he hasn't been training the last few days, so I thought maybe not. Wow, the hair's thrown me off so much there. It almost looked a lot bigger with the silhouette.
Who's that?
Oh. I mean, surely that's Koundé, no? Is that Koundé or Rafinha?
Our editor for today says it's easy.
He said it's easy, I know.
Yeah.
Is that Koundé or Rafinha, though? That's what I... Very easy, yeah. Is that... I'm going to go...
Go with what you think.
I'm going to go Rafinha.
He's on our screens right now, Rafinha, having a sip of water before finishing this warm-up. You're going to go Rafinha? Hinson Koulé says Rafinha, says Rafa. Pilita Malaguita says Koundé. Who's right? Who's wrong?
Vamos!
Pablito, well done, well done.
It was 50-50 with Koundé, I thought.
It was mostly Rafa's on the live chat. Matt Lumbis, Jesus Cobo, Pilita Malaguita changed her mind. Lance said Koundé or Rafinha. That's not how it works. You have to commit to one or the other. Who's this last one?
Ooh. Wow. Well, that is an interesting one with the head shape and the hair. Ooh, could that be Pedri?
Oh.
Could that be?
Could it?
Could that be a Pedri? Maybe.
He was back in training. He was back in training this week.
Yeah, back in training. Maybe we'll see him today. We'll wait and find out.
As the players head into the dressing room, Pablo, is your answer going to be Pedri?
I don't think my final answer is going to be Pedri. Come on, can I get 2 out of 3?
Okay,
Let's
see if you can get 2 out of 3. Mac Lumbis says it is Pedri, who's starting from the bench today. We'll see if we get to see him in the second half. Luis says it's Pedri. Everyone seems to think it's Pedri.
Yeah,
and it is in fact.
I'll tell you what, the silhouettes throw me off. The silhouettes and the head shapes are throwing me off a lot, but you've got to just try and look through it and trust your gut. That's my advice to the people playing along.
Anyway, such good news that Pedri is back. Let's take a look at Barca's lineup here with Joan Garcia in goal, Eric Garcia, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, and Balde at the back. Cazadon, Bernal in midfield. Almost the attacking midfielder, Rafinha on the right. Rafinha on the left, Lamine on the right, and Lewandowski up front, and Marc Brau on the sideline. Marc, how are you?
Fine. I'm not in the starting 11 for Barca, fortunately, but I'm pretty ready to explain this game. Of course, today it's not the first day as last Saturday against Atletico Bilbao, but of course it's also special to be here next to the pitch, next to the grass, to explain the second day. As I said in the first time, we hope that today the celebration will be different than last year. Of course, today it's exactly the day when Barca was founded. Of course, today we're celebrating the 126th anniversary, but remember what happened last year to defeat against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. I don't know if behind me you can watch some flags just on the air, because one of the good things that, remember, we're gonna watch it live just in a few minutes, is that a big mosaic will be all around the Spotify Camp Nou just to celebrate the 126th anniversary. So right now, as you said, people wants to party, people wants to put these flags with the red and blue colors on Barcelona sky. And for the moment, the mosaic is not ready, but as you said, people really want to wave the flag. So guys, I think I don't have much time to explain more things. So if you don't mind, I will go to my position, because in just a few seconds, Ignacy will show you all the atmosphere here. As you can notice, this started right now.
Thank you very much, Mark. It looks like quite the atmosphere at Spotify Camp Nou, a special mosaic to celebrate that. We're back there at Spotify Camp Nou, and of course the 126th anniversary. This is the team's arrival before, by the way, with the customized bus. Pablo, I don't think we've talked about enough about the importance of getting players back. Rafinha, of course, back in the lineup, and Pedri. Pedri is huge in midfield. Yeah. His return gradually to the team. We'll see how many minutes he gets today. We'll see if he starts in the next game against Atletico de Madrid. But for Flick, having Pedri back is just a breath of fresh air. Yeah,
100%. I mean, we can't really understate the importance of some of the players we've had out injured this season. It hasn't been an easy start to the season, I think, for a number of reasons. And I think the absences has been a key part of it. I really do. I mean, almost in every position we've had big players missing. You can even look at the goalkeeper, Joan Garcia, who was out for so long, and who for me is a pretty important cog in this team. You look further forward, I think not having Lewandowski for so many weeks, we missed Lamine for quite a few games, and Rafinha's been out for a good minimum month and a half now, 2 months. So Pedri now being out for the last 4 weeks or whatever he's been out for, it's not been an easy season at all. Olmo, Fermin have rotated with injuries. It's been one of those seasons where we very rarely had a lot of players together, and hey, today, for one of the first times, again, we've got absences in midfield. More importantly, you look at Pedri's on the bench. De Jong isn't in the squad. Fermin's obviously out injured for a few weeks. But up front, I'm looking more like Robert. You've got Lamine, you've got Rafinha, you've got Lewandowski all on the pitch. And then on the bench, you've got Rooney Bardghji, who we've always had. But then you've got Ferran Torres, too. You've got Rashford. I mean, that's almost like a substitute front three, right, that you've then got to bring on if you need it. So all of a sudden, things are just looking a little bit brighter. And yeah, Pedri is obviously the big one for me, who I think is the motor of this team, keeps things ticking over. I really hope we see some minutes from him today. As excited I am about the midfield we've got on there, we know how huge Pedri is, so really excited to see him in the second half at some point too.
I insist. I've said this game in, game out. It's very easy for us last season to say it's the system, not the players. But when you've got players at the same time out, like Rafinha, Joan Garcia, Pedri, Lamine Yamal was out for a stretch, almost been out, Fermin's now out. I mean, all of these are very important players. So if only one of them is out, or only two of them are out, you can juggle the pieces around. But all of a sudden, there were 5, 6 out. And I mean, it's obviously going to affect how the team plays. Right, we've got 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. So let's speed through this pre-game quiz. Some Barça Alaves history here, and I would like to ask you, Pablo, I know you already know it because you gave me the stat before when we were talking through the warm-up, but live chat, how many goals has Lewandowski scored against Alaves? I'm just pulling up his history here on my laptop against Alaves because it's interesting. It is one of his favourite victims.
It is. In fact, there's going to be a question at half-time about his favourite victims in the quiz, so check out for that too. This is a good one. I did mention the stats, so if anyone was very eagerly listening away, you'll know the answer to this. As you said, Robert, one of his favourite opponents last season scored the goal in the game here. Scored an awful lot of goals against them. What's the answer, though?
You can give it to me.
Number 1, 7 goals.
There you go. There you go. Lewandowski has played 4 games against Alaves. He scored 2 in the first. He scored 1 in his second game against Alaves. He scored a hat-trick in the third game. That was away at Mendizorroza last season. And he scored in the return game 1-0 at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. So he scored in all 4 games against Alaves. Let's see if he can keep that going tonight.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Who scored his last Barca goal against Alaves? Was it Messi, Suarez, or Neymar?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one a lot. Messi.
I like that one. I had to think about it for a second.
No, it's not Messi. It's not Messi. Suarez. Suarez. I can't remember his last Barca goals. Stupidly, or maybe I can actually. But Suarez is not. No, I think I know the answer. And I think I know the game too. Suarez's last was against Bayern, I believe, Robert. If I'm not wrong, maybe was it in the Champions League? Could be, yeah.
The game we don't talk about.
Yeah. And I think Neymar. I think this was in a Copa del Rey final. Now that it's against Alaves, of course. Yeah, I think this is in the Copa del Rey final that we won 3-1. And Neymar scored in that game to make it 2-1, I believe. And it's going to be Neymar. Yeah, of course.
I nod because you are right, Pablito Wolves. You're on it.
Good one. It's a good one. Very good one. I'm a fan of it. I'm a big fan of it. And it's one that can catch you out.
It was the last Luis Enrique game as well.
Yeah.
The last Luis Enrique title. Right, final one. Who scored the last goal against Alaves at Spotify Camp Nou? So was it Memphis, Aubameyang, or Gavi? I'm going to have to pull up that game.
What an unbelievable question that is as well. Oh, no way is this one easy.
Our editor is, yes.
Now, all I'm thinking is, obviously, Alaves were relegated for a bit. I wonder if Aubameyang... Did he play against Alaves? Why am I feeling like he didn't? I mean, no, he must have done. He must have done. But when was it? Why am I thinking? Because I know that Memphis scored an absolute golazo, by the way, against Alaves. But that was in a 1-1 draw. Under, I think, Sergi Barjuan, I think, was the manager, unbelievably.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the last time we played Alaves at the Spotify Camp Nou, but that's the only one I remember, Robert, so I'm going to have to go for number 1. If we played the season after, then I'm in trouble, because I only remember that one.
You're on it, Pablito.
Vamos!
He's on it. He's on
so
it.
they must have got relegated that season then.
Yeah,
there you go.
They did.
Yeah.
Round of applause for you, Pablo.
3 from 3.
Round of applause for you.
Easy.
And we can see the mosaic getting ready at
Oi.
Spotify Camp Nou. The fans warming up and the players walking down the tunnel. I have a special feeling about this one, Pablo. Let me get the lineup back on our screens because, let's see, that's what we need to be talking about. The lineup for this game with Joan Garcia, Eric Garcia as well. A lot of Garcias. Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde at the back. Marc Casado and Bernal in midfield. The two Marcs, almost the attacking midfielder. Lamine on the right, Rafinha on the left. And Lewandowski up front. Flags are waving at the Spotify Camp Nou. Second game back at home. 3 minutes to go. And we should briefly be starting with game commentary, I guess, Pablo.
Yeah.
Look at that aerial shot that we're getting right now of the Spotify Camp Nou on the international field. Our camera, Ignazi, giving us the shot here of the live footage from the stadium. Absolutely fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Robert, it does look like it's certainly filled up, hasn't it? I must say, I mean, that looks pretty full to me, which is great to see. It should be a really party-like atmosphere inside here too. I must say, really, really excited for this one.
Right, well, 2 minutes and a half remaining. Players are in the tunnel. A conversation there between Joan Garcia and Gerard Martin. All is almost ready. Lamine Yamal ready for this one. And, of course, we need a bounce-back performance from Barça, Pablo.
Yeah, we do. I think that will spur Barça on for this one. Other than the fact that it's a home game, it's a chance to go top of the league. It's also a chance, I think, really for Barça to bounce back from what was a tricky Tuesday night. It certainly was.
Let's go with game commentary.
On the club's 126th year anniversary, Barça take on Alaves in LaLiga. And at the Spotify Camp Nou should be a thriller. Barça with plenty of novelties in their starting lineup. We're expecting a party-like atmosphere and hopefully 3 points for Hansi Flick's side, who know if they are to win, will sleep as league leaders. After a disappointing night against Chelsea in the Champions League, this can be a day which puts Barça back to the top of the table in the Spanish top flight and certainly restore faith and also get the club's 4th straight win in the competition. It's been a good run of late in La Liga, Robert. Hopefully today, party-like atmosphere, lots of exciting names in the lineup and hopefully a game that we see a lot of goals in.
Hopefully the game against Chelsea is forgotten. Hopefully the page has been turned and we get back into La Liga mode. You said it, Pablo. If we win tonight, we sleep as league leaders. We put pressure on Real Madrid and we do so at Spotify Camp Nou, celebrating the 126th anniversary of the club. What better way of doing that than getting the 3 points in this game against Alaves with a lineup which is certainly very exciting today, Pablo. A lot to talk about with Barca's starting 11, with that starting lineup that Hansi Flick has picked.
Yeah, there certainly is. We've got a lot to get excited about. We really do. We'll show you the lineup in just a few moments' time, so you can see it on your screens for those watching along on the YouTube live stream. Indeed, the anthem rings around the Spotify Camp Nou, and here is how Hansi Flick lines up. 9 Catalan players start today. Incredible for Hansi Flick's team. It's Joan Garcia in goal, Balde, Gerard Martin, Cubarsí and Eric across the back line. Marc Bernal gets his first start of the calendar year. He's alongside Casado, and watch out up front because Olmo is just in behind. Lewandowski, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, the deadly trident of last season, who for the first time this campaign are starting together. In fact, they've only played some 20 minutes together out on the pitch this season. If I'm not wrong, I think that would have been against Levante on match day 2. So really, Robert, that's a lineup where you've got an awful lot to unpick.
That's surprising to hear, isn't it, Pablo? The first time that Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha start together, put Olmo into the equation as well, and that was the front four for a lot of the big games last season. Great to see the two Marcs back in midfield, the first time that Marc Bernal starts since he sustained that knee injury against Rayo Vallecano. So we celebrate that for him. Let's see how he can perform next to the intense Marc Casado. 9 Catalan players in the starting lineup for today, and a defensive line that we had not seen before. Eric Garcia returns to right back, as he's played in every position of the defensive line and in midfield as well. And a big test against an Alaves side which hasn't scored very many goals, but it is very hard to score against them.
Yeah, quite right, Robert. Third best defence in La Liga. You're right. They've only scored 11. Not very good going forward. So hopefully Barça, you'd expect, will have a lot of the ball today. You know, that can often be a good thing. It can sometimes be a bad thing if you don't have enough impetus in the way you go forward. But I think Barça know they'll have a lot of the ball. The key is just generating those chances. Alaves line up quickly. Sivera, Parada, Pacheco, Tenaglia, again, Johnny Otto across the back line. We're expecting a 4-5-1 from them. Ex-Barça player Denis Suarez is amongst the midfield 5 with Antonio Blanco, ex-Real Madrid. Pablo Ibanez, Abderrebach and Calebe. Up front, Lucas Boye could paint a lonely figure for Alaves. Anyway, we're underway here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Rafinha has the armband on for Barça. He's back in the lineup for the first time since September in Barça's 3-1 win against Real Oviedo. And immediately, Alaves have got themselves a corner here within 10 seconds. Backwards header there, I think, from Balde maybe. And it's gone out for the first corner of the game. So an early chance for Alaves, who, by the way, Robert, have scored 7 times from set pieces this campaign. So this is one of their strengths.
Well, let's be careful with that. We haven't obviously got Ronald Araujo in the lineup today, one of our best defensive weapons in defending those. We'll go to Marc Brau in a second. This is just giving me flashbacks to Leganés last season for some reason. Sorry.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And it comes in. It's a big chance immediately in the opening goal for Alaves. There you go. You said it, Robert. And within 1 minute, it's Ibanez who strikes first. Barça 0, Alaves 1.
Why did I have to bring it up?
I don't know why you said it, but fair enough to you.
Why did I have to bring it up? Let me update the score so early. I mean, we hadn't even settled into the game. No one had settled into the game yet. From the set piece, Alaves take the lead. It's Ibanez who puts it into the back of the net. And let's just see, because it's on. It's Casado who tries to clear with the acrobatic finish. As he stays down on the ground, he is the player who's the furthest back, so Ibanez is not offside as the ball is flicked back in. It goes off of Bernal as well, and Joan Garcia could do nothing about that. 1-0 Alaves within the first minute of this game. So well, there goes the potential clean sheet. And careful, because Alaves come again.
Yeah, here they come once more. This is Rebac. Now he's in behind. Barça got to be really careful not to concede again here. And it goes just across the face of goal. You can see Castelló trying to G up his players, because, well, Alaves have come out here and they've shocked Barça in the opening 2 minutes. I was just going to say, Robert, to concede an early corner, that is never good. I think you're right, never. We don't have the weapons on the pitch. We usually have to deal with it. And Alaves, good from set pieces. Literally just said it. 7 of their 11 goals, now 8 of their 12. Exactly from those sorts of situations. Didn't deal with it, did we, at the front post? It was awkward. It was bouncing around in there. And in the end, straight over the goal line from Pablo Ibanez. And I would also say, Robert, probably not the sort of team you'd want to go 1-0 down to. Not early on, is it?
No. We just said it before kickoff. One of the teams that it's hardest to score against. I think they're the third team, are they? With the fewest goals conceded in La Liga. That's surprising given their position in the table. So Barça are going to have to work hard here to get themselves back into the game. Here's a nice link up between Rafinha. We still got to go to Marc Brau, by the way. And I would encourage all of our fans on the live chat to use their Barça flags, guys. Use your Barça flags to up the atmosphere here. Let's try and pick ourselves up.
Yeah, well, here come Barça with Balde. We'll go to Marc in just a moment here, because here is Rafinha. Can he get his pull back in? It's headed away at the back post as Castelló will try and win things back for Barça. Frantic start here. I mean, what we can expect now, Robert, is Barça to really come up firing, can't we?
Indeed. Right, Marc, are you there? How has the stadium reacted to this, this whatever that was?
Well, hi again, guys. I have to confess something. I didn't watch the goal. I was just in my position. I was just talking with Ignacy, just putting us in the good position, just to say, okay, let's gonna show Hansi Flick on the bench after the incredible atmosphere with the flags on the sky. And you have to explain me how was the goal, because I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. What I can say is that it's the same story as 2 years ago in Montjuic. That time Samu Agueo was scored at 17 seconds. I don't know when was the goal of Alaves today. I think it was later, but 2 years ago, 17 seconds was the time that Samu Agueo was scored that goal. At that time was Robert Lewandowski with 2 goals in the second half, with a header, with a penalty shot, because Barca did the comeback. But of course, it's not the best way to start the game. The good thing, the positive thing, is that we have enough time and we have all the game to have another comeback. Remember that this season we got comebacks at home, not in the Spotify Camp Nou, but we did it at Montjuic, for example, against Real Sociedad.
Yeah, Mark, I do remember that game against Alaves where Samu terrorised us for the first half, and it was the main man against Alaves, always Lewandowski, who did the business. You were saying you missed the goal. It was about 40th second, 50th second, corner for Alaves. We couldn't clear it at the front post, and it bounced around in the penalty area, came off Bernal and an Alaves player. Casado couldn't clear it, and Ibanez tapped it over the goal line. Frustrating one, I think, for Barca to concede, right, Robert?
Yeah, I thought, Marek, before the corner kick was taken, I had to share the information that I was getting Leganés flashbacks from last year. I don't know if I should have said that or not.
Yeah, but I think today is earlier than that day.
No, it's definitely earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's earlier. And of course, we know that the Alaves is good at set pieces. They have important players at that kind of game. But I think that everyone was cold. Everyone was celebrating with the flags the anniversary. And yeah, Alaves is a good team at this. They only have won 1 game in the last 6 rounds, but they started very well. And of course, it's the worst way to start the game, because in a game against Alaves, remember that, for example, they only conceded 12 goals, less than Barça in LaLiga, only 12 goals in 13 games. But we have to keep faith on the team, and remember, 5 changes in the lineup between the last game against Chelsea and today, so fresh players today on the pitch. We hope that today it's quite different against Leganés. Remember that against Leganés, between the game against Leganés and Stamford Bridge, last time we didn't score any goal, 53 consecutive games scoring.
Yeah, that run came to an end against Chelsea. What I am anticipating for this game, as long as things stay this way, is some long waits in kickoffs. That's a nice move by Lewandowski.
Look at that from Lewandowski. Here's Olmo. Now Rafinha. Oh, it's a super block. I think Tenaglia came in and made it. Looked as though it was a golden chance for Barca, and nearly a goal for Rafinha upon return, Robert. What a block. And by the way, also the goal Alaves scored, just quickly, is the first goal we've obviously conceded at the new Spotify Camp Nou too. So there you go. Ibanez Ibanez the man to get it. Right then, corner for Barca here. I think it's going to be Olmo who's gone out to take it for the Catalans. In by Olmo. Up go the head. See it away. It's going to find Rafinha through a crowd. Blocked away. Now Casado, crunching tackle. Got the ball, says the referee. Olmo to the back post. Eric's in there. And he couldn't keep his header down behind for a goal kick.
I like the reaction. In build-up, after good pressure, Barca find Rafinha. He forces the corner. Then he has the volley blocked. And here the opportunity for Eric Garcia after good ball movement. A nice ball placed into the box. I like the reaction. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time left, and we're asking who's going to score the equaliser. Who will score the first goal of the match for Barca? Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, or Rafinha? My vote goes to Rafinha today.
I like it. Yeah. I'm going to go for Lewandowski. I want him to keep up his streak against Alaves. I think it's going to be his day, and I think it could be a day that we need a player like Lewandowski. I'm not sure how many spaces Alaves are going to allow us. We're going to need some magic. His prowess in the box could be crucial, so I'm going to go for Levy for me.
Okay, let's see.
I'd gladly have both. Here comes Balde for Barca then. Balde round the back. Barca have responded well. Big chance in the middle. Surely Lamine!
Oh!
Yes, it is! Lamine gets Barca level. 1-1 here at the Spotify Camp Nou. This has got all the ingredients of a thriller here. Barca 1, Alaves 1.
There you go. Lamine Yamal. It was a ball that was waiting to get to him. A nice cutback by Rafinha. Lewandowski and Olmo were in there, couldn't get to it, but it fell to Lamine Yamal, and there was no question. Good reaction, and Rafinha encouraging the fans. Good reaction from Barca. It's a nice deep ball played through by Balde. Rafinha pulls it back and Lamine slams it into the top of the net. And, well, that's it. There you go, the poll. Who had it right? I think the most voted option was Lamine Yamal.
Well, we certainly didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the poll was only on there for about a minute, and 1,400 people voted 52% for Lamine Yamal. Let me update, of course, the score here.
Yeah, well, there you go. Barca right back in it immediately. Mark, go ahead.
What a goal, guys. Important. Definitely, it won't be Leganés game, Robert. It won't be, because that time we couldn't score any goal, and I think it was the best way just to not suffer a lot. Scoring early, especially after the goal scored by Alaves, and Lamine Yamal. First goal ever for him at Spotify Camp Nou. Remember that he only played 3 times here, so first goal ever for Lamine Yamal at Spotify Camp Nou. We couldn't know exactly how many goals he will score at this stadium, but for always, as we remember, for example, goal by Leo Messi against Albacete or Ronaldinho against Sevilla, of course, he has scored many goals in Montjuic in the 2 seasons ago, but first goal for his life here in Spotify Camp Nou for Lamine Yamal, 7 goals this season, 5 in La Liga.
A Lamine Yamal goal, and you know what we do on this show when Lamine Yamal scores, right?
Yes, we do.
Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. About to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal,
I'm never gonna know the lyrics of that.
Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine
Yamal, y'all.
And here he goes again. I mean, trying to get through a gap. One day, Robert, maybe, no?
One day, I might learn the lyrics. We need a karaoke. We need the lyrics to come up on the screen. Maybe then I'll learn them.
Oh, look at Lamine again. He's dancing into the area. Big chance at the back post. Is there? Alaves survive for now. And Olmo, I think, has committed a foul there when maybe he didn't need to. Well, Lamine, good news here. As Mark just said, he's got his first goal at the Spotify Camp Nou, and he looks in real hot form so far this afternoon, doesn't he?
Lamine Yamal dancing and prancing in Alaves Square. Marc Brau, he looks like he's ready for a show.
Yeah, for sure. And that kind of games, remember that the kind of games when Barca last season were especially good with comebacks, especially at the last games of the season. Remember, many games we were 2 goals down and then we made a comeback. And as I said, of course, maybe we won't remember a lot this goal scored by Lamine Yamal, but forever will be the first one here at Spotify Camp Nou. And I want also to commend the action by Rafinha. Yesterday, Hansi Flick said how really we missed Rafinha. The team, remember that before the game against Chelsea in the press conference room, Rafinha said that he missed the team more than the team missed him. And I'm not sure. We miss Rafinha, the way he pressed, the way he plays.
I disagree.
I think that with Rafinha too, Robert, the same as me. Yeah, but we have to say that connection, and as we said at the start of the show, for the first time in the starting 11 this season, about Trident, Lamine, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and of course it has to work.
Okay, I had a question prepared for before the game, which we didn't throw out there, and I think it's fitting now that we've at least equalized and the game is back on level terms. What is the key to today's game? What will the key be? So to turn the page quickly, I meant from the defeat against Chelsea. That seems to be done. We also turned it quickly after conceding against Alaves. It's 1-1 already after the early goal for the opponent's side. 2, which I think for me is the key, fast pace on the ball, because I anticipate Alaves sitting back very deep, trying to keep things very tight at the back. So Barca are going to have to move the ball very quickly. And then the energy of Rafinha and Pedri being back. I know Pedri's not in the lineup, but the fact that he's back in the squad is a boost for the team. Careful here.
Well, Alaves statistically been good defensively. Barca are really starting to get in behind them now, though. For me, though, I love number 3. I think it was important to make a reaction. Looks as though we've made it, I must say. We've come up really, really firing here. I can't wait to see Pedri on the pitch. Even just Rafinha on the pitch, I want to touch on in a minute too. He's just so good. But for me, it's got to be number 2. I think against these teams, you've got to play fast pace. If you don't play fast pace, you're in big trouble because they get comfortable. They'll sit in, they'll soak up pressure. If you're not making those dotting runs in behind, like Rafinha made for the goal, you're going to be in trouble. So for me, it has to be number 2. We've played at a really fast pace already so far today. Have to keep it up now.
I'm monitoring, keeping an eye on what Rafinha's doing in this game. I was just seeing him have like an interaction with Lewandowski going, we need to bite a bit more in press probably. I just saw him lead the intense press there, make himself available. He's already come up with an assist as well. So it's so good to have him back in the lineup.
It is, yeah. I mean, I was just immediately thinking, Robert, about the goal. I mean, you go 1-0 down early on here at home. It's not an easy situation. It's a team who are good defensively. Even that little run he makes there, I mean, the way he darts in, the pullback is so good. I mean, 2 or 3 players could have got it before Lamine did. It's just so good, and it's just exactly what he brings. He was saying the fact that he was urging Lewandowski on in the press there a moment ago. He's that sort of player, and when he's got the armband on and when he's on the pitch, there's just no doubt about it. We are a different team, and, well, we look good here in the opening 40 minutes. Despite conceding the early goal, response has been really good, and I think he's led it, I really do.
Well, high possession stat for Barca, almost 79%. The team reacted well after what was an accident. That first goal was literally an accident. Alaves got a quick corner and managed to score off of it. We did say they were a threat in those set pieces, but Barca have bounced back well. I'm interested to see what Bernal can offer today as well.
Yeah.
Making himself available in that midfield, moving around. Casado's probably going to be more involved in the build-up from behind.
Yeah.
And Bernal will play in that in-between position.
Well, he's made a few nice passes already. We just saw one from him there, and he's played in Lamine here. Lamine, nice little lead, but I'm not sure Eric was on the same wavelength. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a lot of the ball is what Bernal is going to have today, I think, and he's a player who likes that. He can also break up play really well with his long legs. He's good without possession. He's certainly a presence in there, isn't he? That was good from Casado, who you said is also going to have to do a lot of defensive work today. But I think Bernal in there next to him, I mean, they're relatively familiar from, well, pre-season of last season, isn't it? Funnily enough, it's so long ago now. But him back in the lineup is certainly one of the big pieces of news, one of the best pieces of news today. And I think he's got a crucial role in keeping things ticking over and trying to break lines also for an Alaves side who we expect to be quite compact. Here they are coming forward then for one of the first times since their goal, Alaves. They've had little of the ball so far. You just see on the screen there, it's up 24%, I can see it right there. Not had a lot of it, probably what we'd expect. As they're just trying to break out the back here. Olmo is pressing up high as Alaves for now escape, and well, they've worked it relatively well. Good from Olmo, wins it back. Now Rafinha up to Lewandowski. Can Barca pounce quickly here? No, they can't. Well, one back.
Ball just
I have
behind,
a question for you guys.
Lewandowski as he tried to move forward. Sorry, Mark, you were saying?
I have a question for you guys. Just we talk about how many goals Lewandowski have scored against Alaves in the quiz. Well done, Pablo. I will try to put you more difficult in the next game. But do you remember which was the last Barca player to score a goal against Alaves that is not Lewandowski?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
That's a great one.
So last season it was only Lewandowski because it was the 1-0 win and it was 3-0 at Mendizorroza.
I think I've got it.
Yeah.
The previous season he scored 2, didn't he?
In the home game, and then away from home we won 3-1.
Oh.
And who scored that day?
Yeah.
Did Gundo scored in that game?
Gundo scored. Lewandowski also scored, and someone else scored, Robert. Yeah.
And the third one, the last player to score a goal against Alaves. That is
I'm going to know this.
You are. You're gonna know it. He was also sent off in the same game.
Yeah.
Right, tell me.
Vitor Roque.
Oh, Vitor Roque. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good old Vitor Roque. Careful here.
Great start there. Yeah, Vitor Roque. Oh, good from Gerard Martin. Super tackle. He's got hurt on his face there. Really good intervention there.
Fall down. It's fall down, yeah. Vitor Roque was the last Barca player that was not Lewandowski to score a goal. He was, as you said, sent off that game in the second half. It was under Xavi's order. So imagine how many goals Lewandowski have scored against them. So, well, something curious, the games against Alaves. Well, guys, I have to say, as you explained before the game, I have to say that many of the Barca fans are inside the stadium. Remember that there were some issues with the tickets, that the club made an official statement. I think that everything is fine. At the halftime we will have the attendance. But I have to say that the game is still a little bit strange. For the goals scored by Alaves, then Barca equalizes. Second game here at Spotify Camp Nou. It's quite different atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, Barca fans probably stunned by that early start from Alaves. Here come the Blaugrana again though with Olmo. Inside now to Rafinha, who's trying to take on his man. Still Rafinha inside.
He had to rectify his run. He'd already gone, realised he was offside, had to turn backwards, then Olmo got the ball to him. You know what? I agree with Mark. It's not a fluid game so far for Barca. A few too many turnovers for our liking. But what I am liking is the press. I do like the way we've recovered the ball. We're not being sharp in passing, but we have recovered the ball a few times and managed to initiate transition. That doesn't mean we've culminated them yet, though.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I like a few nice little turnovers by Gerard Martin so far, who I thought was actually pretty good at left centre-back against Athletic Club this time last week. I thought he did a really solid job, actually.
Well, he just had that great intervention as well, recovering the ball. So, I'm interested to see him in this, we'll still call it an experiment by Hansi Flick, because we've seen him more as left-back. But Hansi did hint at it during pre-season as well. We just hadn't seen it up until now.
Yeah, he tried it a few times in pre-season, didn't he? And then we didn't see it for a while. You're right. And hey, we did have 4 centre-backs. Bernal had to be careful there. I'm not sure he got a call, or didn't he know what was behind him? And he's given away a foul in the end there. So yeah, you're right. Alaves turning over possession quite a bit right now. Barca just struggling to keep hold of it at all moments. Denis Suarez, ex-Barca player, who of course has played at the old Spotify Camp Nou on several occasions. Drawing the foul there from Bernal. Just under 20 minutes played here. Barca 1, Alaves 1. Reminder, Barca know if they win today, they'll go to the top of La Liga momentarily before Real Madrid face Girona tomorrow. Back now here to Tenaglia. Alaves have been solid in their block so far. They scored the opening goal, of course, but Barca bounced back through Lamin.
Look at that press. Look at that press. Once again, it's Rafinha who starts it. Olmo follows. Lamine Yamal then continues, and they almost force the turnover there. And I like that in that situation, Olmo and Lewandowski alternate as well. It's not always Lewandowski having to go and lead the press. It's Dani Olmo who helps as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think that's what Rafinha's great at. He can be infectious, can't he? He can draw all the other players into the press too, and he's that sort of play. We've said it so many times last season, turned into a leader. He's now a leader for this team, draws them up the field. We've already seen that in the opening 20 or so minutes here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Very positive to see indeed. Cubarsí now over to Marc Casador. Dropped off here to Balde. Can he take on his man? Balde is going to play it all the way back now to Gerard Martin. Lots of early Barca possession here, as you can see on your screens. Nearly 65% of it for the Blaugrana. Lamin, who's having to receive the ball quite deep in this opening first half. Just dropped off now to Gerard Martin. That's a nice ball forward to Casador. Watch out here because Casador had Rafinha open. He couldn't quite find him. Alaves turn over possession again. What we'll hope is that when Alaves do win it back here, they've got an awful long way to go to goal. Although I will say that's a sharp little run there. And not a bad ball in behind either. Joan Garcia well off his line. Retrieves possession for Barca.
It's unfortunate, by the way, for Joan. The first time he really had to intervene was to pick up the ball from the back of the net. Nothing he could have done with that goal either. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one for being the Barca goalkeeper in these kinds of games. You're going to have to be alert coming out of your box. Alaves are not going to attack much, but they have shown that at the moment they are willing to go out on the quick counter, and they are able to as well.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, that'll try and be their game plan. I think certainly they'll try and prioritise set pieces too when they get those, make the most of them, as they did for their goal, because they have got Lucas Boya up there rather alone up front. If they can get Rebac and Garebe into the attack too, then maybe they'll have more luck. That's surely a foul on Rafinha. Yes, it is. Just see it there. Rebac there. Penalised. Rafinha so far looked lively, hasn't he, for Barca. Now Cubarsí driving forward.
Here, I'll ask Mar Bravo a question once Lamin gets rid of the ball, because he was fouled there. No,
yeah, he was. The linesman said yes.
Linesman said yes. Right, Mar Bravo, what is your favourite thing about the game so far? Mar Bravo, and of course our audience, just being back at Spotify Cup Nou, second game back, the Lamine Yamal goal, or the Barca press, which I've been impressed with.
Yeah, you said the Barca press, but for me, take care. No, be careful. Yeah, it's offside. No. Offside for Alejandro Valde. Remember that I watched the game 2-3 seconds before you. I tried to make no spoilers for you. But this was an offside. Robert, I know you talk about the press. You talk about the press, but I must say Lamine Yamal goal. as I said after the goal, maybe we will not remember that goal a lot. Well, it depends on what happens in the game. Lamine Yamal, for example, scored 5 goals today. Of course, we will remember it. But how many times we've seen important Barca players scoring the first goal here at the Spotify Camp Nou? So I have to say this. Oh.
Watch out here because Alaves are in behind themselves. Chance here for Rebac. He's going to cut inside. Izzy Barça somewhat recover, but at the back post.
What a save!
What a save!
By
Juan Garcia.
Save of the
Ridiculous!
season.
Oh my goodness! I'm going to change that question right now.
Save of the season so far, guys. Save of the season, better than in Rayo Vallecano Stadium. Save of the season for Juan Garcia.
Well, I must say, Mark, it looked as though this was a certain goal. Ball to the back post. Oh, it was practically in. He's clawed it out from the depths there, Juan Garcia. Johnny Otto can't believe it. He must have thought he'd scored. What a save by Juan Garcia. Unbelievable save of the season so far. Corner comes in away by Gerard Martin. Barça were caught cold there on the counter-attack, and Alaves were nearly in. Somehow they haven't scored, and well.
I've updated
You've
the poll.
changed it.
I've changed it, and it's number 3. My goodness, Juan. Give me some airplanes, guys.
Get him in there, yeah.
Get him in there on the live chat. Oh, wow.
You know
what? Juan.
Oh, it's one of those moments, isn't it, where you're waiting for the net to bulge, obviously. And Johnny got there, and you were just thinking it's 2-1. It's definitely in. He's that sort of goalkeeper, though. He's a sort of goalkeeper who I think makes saves that other keepers won't make. And those are the moments that win you games. They really are. And I think that's going to be pivotal in various stages of the season. Because let's be honest, you know, that was almost a certain goal, really. It really was. And he's clawed that out. And, well, we've seen this a few times. I remember the Iñaki Peña one at the Bernabeu last season with Bellingham. That was similar. Here's Rafinha now for Barça. Look at the cutback. Olmo! 2-1 Barça! Just like that, from one end to the other. The Blaugrana are back in front from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Rafinha again, and it's Olmo time. Barça 2, Alaves 1.
It is Olmo time at Spotify Camp Nou. 2-1 Barca in transition in space. Barca score, and Dani Olmo gets his first goal ever at Spotify Camp Nou. He was frustrated last week that he missed his opportunities. Dani gets it in, and I want to see that one again. A second assist for Rafinha in this game, and as Dani reminds us, it was Olmo time. It's Olmo time.
Oh, it's just brilliant, isn't it? What an assist by Rafinha. What a finish by Olmo. Mark, how much did the Barça fans enjoy that one? 2-1 Barça.
Everybody was shocked with Juan Garcia's save. Everybody was talking about Juan Garcia's save. And just few seconds after that incredible action by our goalkeeper, what a connection with Rafinha and Dani Olmo. 2 assists by our Brazilian captain. And as Robert said, first goal ever for Dani Olmo, the same as Lamine Yamal a few minutes ago. First goal ever for Dani Olmo in a Spotify Camp Nou. What a day they choose to score the first goals ever in their career at a Spotify Camp Nou. So it's like a party today, like a party. It's our anniversary. But I think that everybody was first shocked with Juan Garcia saved, also Alaves players, and then Barça got that goal with another assist by Rafinha. We missed you, Brazilian guy.
Oh, we did miss Rafinha. 2 assists for Rafinha. So a lot to unpack. Mark, first of all, confirmation. Almost second goal of the season?
Second goal of the season. Oh, be careful.
Careful here. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Could Barça make it 3? Is it going to be Rafinha? No, it's not, because Lamine's pass was short. Well, what a chance that was, Robert. And you were saying with Mark.
Yeah, Mark, I was just confirming. Second goal of the season. Yeah, the other one was against...
Against Getafe at the Stade Johan Cruyff. At the Stade Johan Cruyff, it was in the second half. He came in the second half, and he also, I think it was Rafinha who gave him the assist. Let me check it. But no,
Rashford maybe.
Rafinha. Yeah, Rashford. It was Rashford, as you said, Pablo. So yeah, second goal of the season for Dani Olmo. I think he needs that goal. He has to be important in this team. But yeah, as you asked me before, Juan Garcia saved. We have to remember this game for the first time. Lamine and Olmo scoring. Of course, they won't be the last one.
Well, here come Barça again. Been a frantic game so far at the Spotify Camp Nou. Is there a third goal? Marc Bernal. Well, the roof would come off inside this place if Bernal rattled that one in or anything. It's fair to say. Chairs would have been in the air. Here come Barça again. This has had all of the ingredients of a really exciting game so far, which we maybe thought wouldn't be the case at home to Alaves. But in a way, the early goal from the visitors, I think, has shocked us into action. And I think certainly there's still that ambition from the Barca players in front of the fans at the Spotify Camp Nou to really make this day to remember. That's going to be that's still in play, unbelievably. Now Lamine. Oh, he's rolling through the legs. Still Lamine Yamal. Hey, that's a penalty, surely.
Yeah, it's penalty. Yeah. Penalty. It's pen. Yeah. Oh, no! The referee said no.
He's not giving it.
Yeah, nothing.
He's not giving it, Mark. He's not giving it in live time. Well, Mark, I don't know. Is your position right next to that action?
No, I'm far. And the VAR said that there's no penalty. So, well,
wow.
Let's gonna hope. We know that VAR works very well in Spanish league. So
no, there's no penalty. There's no penalty, Matt. There's no penalty.
No, I'm not ironic. I'm just saying the truth.
I think Lamine goes into the challenge, doesn't he, Robert? He falls into it.
Lamine is on the pitch, on the grass. It seems like he's injured, but well, for the moment, they have to come in the assistants from the bench, of course. Now Spotify Camp Nou is like complaining about it. But I think that it's better for you to watch the replay to know exactly what happened to Lamine.
Yeah, no, we've seen it. Lamine, I think, flies into the tackle. But as he goes down, there might be a knee on knee.
I think there is some contact, Robert, but I think the referee is right in saying that Lamine provokes that contact, doesn't he? Yeah. But hey, injury could still stand. I mean, that he still could have hurt himself. We're going to see the medical staff are on the pitch now. Let's see. Well, this is a worrying sight because he's been very good so far.
He's okay. Thumbs up. Thumbs up from the physios. Thumbs up from the physios. Okay.
So I think that me and all the 45,000 people here, we can breathe. Okay.
By the way, Marc, on a more positive note, and speaking of Lamine Yamal, wait a minute. Yeah. Because we're just seeing the replay of the Joan Garcia save. And I don't think I'd ever seen a save like that. But Marc, Llorenç, our editor, was just telling me that the Lamine goal is the first Messi goal of the Messi hat-trick against Real Madrid, his first ever hat-trick against Real Madrid.
Yeah, quite similar. I think that goal was after a rebel, and it was a volley with the left foot. Today was not a volley because the cross was raso, next for the grass. Yeah. So the cross was not from the air, so it was not a volley. But I agree with Llorenç that the way that Lamine ends the action with a shot next to the
into the top of the net,
yeah, it was quite similar. So it's not exactly the same action. Of course, that action was a cross from the left to the right. Was different. It was after a rebound, but it was quite similar. And it's also similar with a goal against Madrid. I think it was in a 2-2 with Tito Villanova in 2012. That also was a mistake by Pepe. And then Messi finishes with a volley with the left foot. But I can agree a little bit with Llorenç, especially the way that Lamine ends. But
it's
of
nice
course
that Marc shoehorned in a mistake by Pepe. That's always worth mentioning.
Yeah. But guys, what we can say is that 31 minutes and definitely very different about what happened against Athletic last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
But I've liked the team reaction, honestly. I mean, you concede a goal in the first minute, it alters your plans, and now a hard foul on Lamine Yamal. That should be a card.
Yeah, Rebac is. He's going to go into the book. He was late on him, and that's what the referee is agreeing with Rebac there, who did say, I stumped on him, I caught him late, and he helps Lamine to his feet. Lamine's looked good. I agree, Robert. It's been a different game than the one against Athletic, but hey, it's been fun, it's been energetic, it's been lively. I think Barça have responded really well. We've shown a different side to our game. I still think going forward now we look so much better than we have done in recent weeks, even with that front four that we had on the pitch so many times last season. They've looked dangerous. I think we're still yet to get the ball to Lewandowski for a chance. Let's see if that happens in the latter stages. Careful there, Gerard Martinez come right through his man. Play on here for Alaves, who have won this back here. This is Rebac again. He's going to drop one around the back. I think it's Ibanez who's going to get on the end of it. Barca with players and bodies around. They've done well to win it back.
Garcia. I mean, yeah, no, he's taking his mask off.
Oh dear.
I think that went straight to the nose, and he had a couple of those against Chelsea, and now he's down again. I think that went straight to the nose.
Oh dear.
Was
that an arm off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh dear. It was Denis Suarez actually.
Oh! Yes. If you've got a broken nose, that has to be painful.
Oh, it's the last thing you want. Yeah, it comes right on the top of his nose, isn't it? And Denis almost takes the mask off himself. And I'll tell you what, he is in a heap of pain. He is absolutely.
And it's Denis trying to fend him off, trying to protect his position. I mean, I don't think there would be anything to it.
It wasn't malicious.
It wasn't malicious. There's nothing to it. But Eric does have a broken nose, and he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that is going to hurt. That is going to sting. There's no doubt about that. And now we have to see whether he's actually okay or not. I'm not sure if that's how badly that's damaged him. The good news is we saw earlier, Lamine got the thumbs up from the medical staff. He is okay. Eric is in a lot of pain. I wonder whether he's bleeding there as well, actually, Robert.
He's bleeding out of his mouth. Okay, so maybe he was fortunate.
He stands up
maybe
right now. He stands up. I think he can continue.
Okay, so I think from what we saw in one of the replays, his mask has slightly slid down his face. So maybe it's the contact of the mask with the side of his cheek. Maybe it wasn't straight to the nose, which let's hope it was that way. Ooh, I mean, almost trying to turn that. Right, okay. Let's celebrate that we have new members. Let's celebrate that we have new members, that we're up to one. New members who portan l'escut al pit, who wear the crest on their hearts. Philip Novak, I already gave a shout out to, but another one too. Thank you for signing up. Who else have I got here? We have got Lou Burns, who signed up for the premium pack.
Careful here. They could be welcome with an Alaves goal. Barca survive. For now, was that a penalty? No, it wasn't. We'll welcome you all in just a moment because Barca.
Well, hang on.
Just about surviving here. Gerard Martin's got to win that. He has won it. It'll fall in the area again here. Balde gets in the way and Barca hack it clear. I think.
Are we safe?
I don't know if we're safe. I don't know if the members are safe. No one wants to be welcomed with their name on Barca conceding a goal.
We'll wait for the ball to go out. Alaves have pressure. We got interrupted very rudely by Alaves midway through our mentions to the new members.
It was like the member at the start of the show who was saying Alaves should because it's our birthday should not spoil the party. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here.
They are here to spoil it, guys. They are party poopers, those Alaves players.
They are. I think. Well, I don't want to say we're okay. I think we're okay. But Alaves come forward again here.
I'll wait for the ball to go out.
It's been one of their longest spells. That's not a great tackle by Bernal. He's going to go to the book. There you go.
Yeah, first yellow card for a Barca player. It will be the third yellow card for Balde this season. So
no, Bernal.
It's Bernal.
Bernal. Sorry. Because I watched Balde next to the player. Sorry for the mistake. Well, so finally it's the first one. Yeah, first one for Bernal. For the moment, we don't have many players booked this season. None player has more than 2 yellow cards in LaLiga. But yes, in the Champions, there are several players that if they have, for example, a yellow card in the next game against Eintracht, they couldn't play the next game in January. But first yellow card for Bernal. And 10 minutes to go. I think it's important for Barca to recover also the same pressure that the start of the game. It's important to get to the halftime at least 1 goal ahead of Alaves.
What I'm not going to do, Pablo, is resume my reading out of the new members with an Alaves set piece.
Yeah, okay.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
We'll wait for them to be welcomed. So Bernal in the book for Barca. In comes the set piece, and you can see the strength of Alaves, can't you, from those situations.
Let's do it again.
2 times.
And Koundé's warming up, by the way. Thank you to Lou Burns for signing up for the premium pack. Thank you. Shout out to you. We've got Usama Huwei, who signed up with the basic pack. Thank you for joining and welcome. Jose David Peña Lopez signed up with the basic pack as well. Thank you to you. We hope you are enjoying the game. Xerox, who's been a member for 7 months, says, say Visca Barça if you see this message. Visca Barça!
Visca Barça!
We saw it. we saw this message. Who else have we got? I saw new members. We've got Omega J2X signed up with the basic pack as well. We salute you, Omega. And Ruben Sanchez Orozco signed up for the premium pack. So shout out to Ruben Sanchez.
Lots of you people, welcome here, welcome. Thankfully they didn't get caught on an Alaves goal. And maybe Barça on the other end. No, Balde's cross is just too advanced for Rafinha. Welcome to all the new members. Welcome, people.
If I just gave you a shout out and you enjoyed it and you like interacting with us, let us know on the live chat. We should have a protocol of which emoji to use when we do the shout out, when we welcome the new members. Because I see we've got the Love Barça or the Visca Barça emojis that the fans are using. I like it. Let's see what it looks like on the live chat. There you go.
Okay, yeah. We just have a good look. It's a good point.
Koundé is not warming up more. Koundé is going to the bench, so it seems that Eric is fine.
Eric is good to carry on. I was just looking at his mask a few moments ago that he was readjusting. Must be so uncomfortable to play, although he has played very well with it. Eric Batman Garcia.
I like it. I like Eric Batman Garcia.
Parada now with thrown for Alaves. Not long to go till half time, Robert. It's flown by the first half. It's been a entertaining first half. It's fair to say. As Gerard Martin swings it back to Juan Garcia. Some photos on our screen here. That was the mosaic, wasn't it, Robert, before the game?
Beautiful.
Lovely, yeah, beautiful for the club's 126th year anniversary. Of course, there is Eric Garcia, who we just saw with having some problems with his mask a few moments ago. Barça leading by 2-1 here against Alaves. A result that, as things stand, would mean that Barça go back to the top of La Liga. What a long ball by Juan Garcia. Rafinha's in. Surely it's 3.
Oh, he
and his
hesitated.
touch just got away from him. Sierra came in. And nearly an assist for Juan Garcia. Unbelievably. And Alaves survive for now. Lamine inside to Cazador. Dropped off for Olmo. Lewandowski's not able to get on the end of the ball. Not quite been involved so far today, Lewandowski. But Barça have been really attentive in their press. They've been alert. They've won it back. It's been a high press, and it's been good to watch too.
Okay, well, I saw a comment on the chat from Elmir Days saying, come on, let's get that third goal. So I will ask you guys, what do you think the score will be at halftime with 5 minutes remaining? Marc Brau, what will the score be at halftime? Will it be 2-1, 3-1, or maybe 4-1 even?
3-1, at least one more goal.
At least one more, I agree, 3-1.
Yeah, come on, let's go for 3. I think we got another chance in us before this half is up. So I'm going to go with you and Mark. I'm going to go for 3-1 Barça, as Olmo has given away a free kick. Just a shot there of the Barça bench. We spoke about it in the preview. Pedri back on it. Ferran Torres also there. Rashford, Rooney Bardghji. There's exciting names on that bench, no doubt, Robert, that we hopefully will see at some point in this second half. And Barça just starting to regain a bit of their firepower in a vital stage of the season. December's going to be chaotic. January's going to be even more mad.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, schedule doesn't get any easier. As a matter of fact, no more international breaks until the month of March. So it's all Barca all the way. You can maybe we take a break for Christmas, but that is it.
Well, watch out here, because it was an Olmo giveaway that's let Alaves in. Ibanez, the goal scorer of their only goal so far today, on the ball now. Ibanez.
Nice
Barça
recovery.
did well, yeah. Between, it was Kouarsi, wasn't it, and Balde, they both did really well there to get things away. Lewandowski unable to control that one. Here come Alaves once more then. It's Antonio Blanco striding forward in midfield. Player is comfortable on the ball.
My only but in this first half is not even the goal, because the goal was clearly an accident. It was a set piece early in the game. Maybe it could have been better defended. I don't know. But it's an accident. Accidents can happen. My but is a couple of sloppy turnovers from just not being 100% alert all the time. There was a Bernal one in midfield early on in the game. Now we just saw a Dani Olmo one. We saw a Gerard Martin one a few minutes ago, which is just taking a second to relax on the ball, which is all that the Alaves players need to pounce on you and recover the ball. So it needs to be 100% all time. That's my only but in this first half.
You're spot on, actually. Yeah, that's happened a bit too much, I think, for Barca's liking and for Hansi Flick's liking, I'd say. There's been a few of them, between Bernal, Cazador, Olmo. They've just been caught a little bit on the ball at times, and it is letting Alaves in. So far, thankfully, we've survived this was that Rafinha chance. He just needs to put his boot in there and take a touch wide here, and then I'm guessing finish with the right foot. He just couldn't quite make it. And you can see him there almost like smiling as it happened. Sibera, as it was sharp off his line and came off well to deal with the danger.
And by the way, I don't know if we've talked about it. I just realized with the replay, with the absences which we weren't counting on of Ronald Araujo and Frenkie de Jong, Rafinha is today the captain in his return to the lineup.
Yeah, exactly. He is.
It seems almost fitting, doesn't it?
It does. And I must say, it's always good to see Rafinha with the armband on. He's converted in such a leader. It's almost unthinkable that he'd be a captain of this team some 2-3 years ago, if you like. But, well, there he is. And I don't think anyone could question the matter of the fact that he's got the armband on. I must say that.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to read you out a comment from one of our fans as soon as Barca finish the attack here. There's another one, see? There's another one.
Yeah.
Just Lewandowski taking a little bit too long there to get himself going. Now Bernal recovers.
Was sharp from Bernal, wasn't it? Now Lamine Yamal. Maybe this is Lewandowski's moment against Alaves. Instead, Lamine Yamal for Barca. And he's hit the post, and I can't quite believe it. I must be honest with you. It had to be 3-1 Barca. And Lamine, he tried to take it round the goalkeeper.
Which was the most complicated thing to do.
It was. And Alaves, well, how fortunate were they there, Robert? What about this one?
It's a good recovery by Bernal. Lamine Yamal drives it forward. Lewandowski does very well to get it back. And Lamine could have just slotted it past Sibera, tried to make it pretty. And with that intention, makes it complicated for him. He had a little angle as he rolled the ball to his right. Couldn't get it past Sibera there. Hits the post and wastes the opportunity. But good chance for Barca. But Lamine could have taken it earlier on.
He could have. I mean, it's one of those. He actually makes it harder for himself. Right? You're spot on. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to sit the goalkeeper down and play it into the corner. But
the keeper stays up long enough to make Lamine to make it hard for Lamine. Anyway, Mark, I was saying I wanted to read a comment to you and see if you're thinking the same thing as I am when I read it. It's from Usama Hawaii, and he says 7-1 finishing score in a game against Alaves, by the way.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me check how many added time will be, because the full referee is now with the other time. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We will go. So, Robert, you're talking about a 7-1 game. Well, be careful. Good counter-attack. Let's go.
Watch out here. Olmo wide to Rafinha. Back to you in just a moment, Mark. Here comes Rafinha for Barca. Oh, and he tried to whip the ball on the back. Didn't happen. Didn't come off in the end. Mark, you were saying?
No, Robert, you said that the comment exactly said that game
7-1. 7-1.
Yep. Yeah. My second game at the Spotify Camp Nou was a 7-1 against Alaves. I will explain soon.
As Alaves attack now here.
Oh, and they got in big chance in the middle now for Alaves. Oh, was that Joan Garcia again? No, it wasn't. Just wide of the far post. I think he was saying it took a touch there, the Alaves player. What a golden chance. Really, there's not been a half where there's been fewer chances, has there? And
was he on, though? Was he offside making the run down the...
Parada, was he off there? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That looked like it took a flick to me, I must say. This will tell us.
It bounces off the ground.
Kick.
No,
yeah, and just to finish the comment, Robert, as I said, my second game here was a 7-1 against Alaves. That it was in 1999, the first game of that year, so 26 years ago. So Pablo was not born there. So Pablo, yes, you can imagine, life exists before you.
Pablo was -3 then.
Yeah,
I must admit that. I must say that, and I admit that the best goal that day was scored by Luis Figo. I won't say this name again, but Robert, I think you agree with me. It was maybe the best goal or one of the best goals that season.
And the best celebrations were Oscar Garcia's.
For sure. Yeah. Scoring twice in 1 minute in the same goal that where Barca scored goals today.
Well, 4 minutes of added time here, Pablo. And Alaves have given us a bit of a scare after we gave up our opportunities.
They have, yeah. There's been chances at both ends, actually, in the end of it. The Alaves have had a few now. They've had a few. I mean, obviously, apart from the goal, that one that Joan Garcia clawed off the goal line, you've got the one right there, which was a big chance. I must say, the man on our screens, Rafinha, is leading this team. He really is. Lamine's also been good. He'll know he should have scored that chance a few moments ago. It was a gilt-edged chance for a player of his quality, and obviously he tried to be clever with it and it just didn't come off. But I'm just saw Rafinha even a few moments ago the way he's leading this press, he is running this
Guys,
show by example. He really is.
I want to show you something. I asked Llorens and Jordi to show this, what Ignace is showing you. Do you see something different in this image?
Okay, let's see.
Do you see something different?
So
Is the score?
Oh,
the time?
yeah. We're getting the added time.
Oh,
Hey.
it's a battle that I think I won for the first time. I didn't understand
celebrate it.
why we cannot in the stadium watch the other time.
I like it.
I must explain. In our story in the Spotify Camp Nou and then Estable Bicus Campaigns, the time stopped at 45 minutes and I had to put my phone on the chrono just to know exactly in which minute we are. So I hope that this will be forever. But yeah,
I mean,
something different.
I always thought it was a disadvantage to the players on the pitch. So, like, especially now in the modern game, when you get 9 minutes of added time, you lose track. I mean, there's 9 minutes to play, so there's less urgency than if there's 3 minutes of added time. But you need to know, I mean, how much time you're dealing with, and I found it baffling that it wasn't shown in the stadiums. I like that we've won that battle. Oh, Lamine
Yamal, he's really on it today. Still, Lamine challenges flying in. They're flying into each other, though. Here comes Olmo. Now Bernal for Barça. Thought about it, didn't he? Dinks it over instead. It's blocked away. Lamine's causing havoc again, Robert. It's fair to say.
He is.
Olmo now, and the flag is up anyway. Yeah, I'm happy with that change too, because you often know in stadiums
half-time.
It's not the case. Half-time whistle blows. Hansi Flick thought it shouldn't have been blown so early. Half with a lot to talk about. Barça down early within the opening 60 seconds. Ibanez stuck it over the goal, and Lamine got the equaliser, and then Olmo got the second. Barça with 2 goals at the Spotify Camp Nou have put themselves back in front here. Both assists by Rafinha on his return to the starting lineup. We're going to analyse things a little bit here. At half-time for Barça, it's Barça 2, Alaves 1.
Well, you just said it, Pablo. 2-1 for Barca, reacting well after an early set-piece goal from Alaves. We've seen some very positive things at Spotify Camp Nou in our second game back at Spotify Camp Nou in this first half. The return of Rafinha to the lineup, which has made an impact already. Lamine Yamal looking shiny and bright. Could have had his second goal late in this first half. The press has been good. A couple of mistakes that have come from being just a little bit too casual on the ball, which have allowed Alaves to attack us on the counter-attack. But I've seen some positive signs in this first half.
Yeah, there's been a lot to discuss. I've seen a lot of positive too, Robert. I'm excited for the second half. I still agree with you. I think Alaves have shown that they've got a little something going forward on the counter-attack, and we've got to be careful not to let them in, not give them easy turnovers in midfield, because that's what they've been feasting off so far, and set pieces too, which is where they scored their first goal. Obviously, I think we need a third goal. We need a third goal to give us the 2-goal cushion, just to calm us down a little bit. So this is a second half that's going to be very intriguing. If Barca can get the third goal early, we can all calm down just a little bit. But first 45 minutes, lots to discuss. Been a really good watch, actually. I've enjoyed it.
It has. And I want to ask you, audience, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? From what Pablo's saying, from what I'm gathering, for us in here, it is a thumbs up. Thumbs up from us.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts on this first half of that reaction after conceding the early goal, which was obviously disappointing, but I thought that the team did very well to get themselves back into the game before the 10th minute, I believe it was.
Yep.
Some good actions in transition, some good press, good link-ups in this game, and all that's been lacking really is to finish a couple of clear opportunities, especially that Lamine Yamal one, in which he tried to go around Sivera, but Lamine is looking sharp and eager to make an impact on this game, and we celebrate that. Right, okay, Pablo. We're going to take a quick breather here in the studio. Have you prepared a halftime quiz for our lovely audience?
I've got a halftime quiz for them. Bit of a mix, actually. Obviously, we've got birthday day today, anniversary. Ooh. Anniversary also means that Kat was obviously presented a year ago too. So I've got a few questions on our lovely mascot too. So a few for you there. So to mark the 125th year anniversary, a few on Alaves and whatnot. So enjoy, people, enjoy. Let's see who can get 5 out of 5 this week.
Right. Okay. Well, it's time for the halftime quiz then. Let's do it. Da, da, da. Who got 5 out of 5? But the little jingle in the back.
It's becoming part of the show now. The new halftime quiz.
Matt Lumbus says, I did not.
Oh, he's honest. That's good, though.
I like the honesty. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed the halftime quiz, that it kept you entertained. And let's talk a little bit more about how that first half went, Pablo, in which we saw some great things. No. We didn't talk before the break, before the quiz, about that Joan Garcia save, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. We completely forgot to mention that again in the little recap we did before taking a quick break. What a save of the season so far for me, for sure. Certainly from a Barça perspective, and probably from what I've seen in European football too, actually. Unbelievable little stop from Joan Garcia. When it looked as though we were going to go 2-1 down here, right on the other end, credit Gila Martina, which I haven't done. What a ball that was, actually. Didn't mention it so far. It to Rafinha. Lovely ball over the top. Rafinha back to Olmo. And it was a superb finish by Olmo, who drove it in first time to put Barça all the way back in front here. 1-0 down within 40 seconds. We responded well. I think we mentioned before we left things off. There's still things to improve on. Giving up the ball maybe a tad easily. I mean, to be fair, we should have made it 3 before the end of the half. Lewandowski set up Lamine for what looked a certain goal, I must say. Dennis gave it away. Lovely 1-2 actually between the pair. Worked it brilliantly, and it should have been 3. But there's been a lot to like in the first half. I just think Barca need the third goal to be calm here. Right,
well, I'm going to ask the fans a question, and I'll ask it to Mark Brau if I can as well. Who was the best player of the first half? Was it Rafinha in his return to the lineup? Was it Lamine Yamal, or was it Dani Olmo? Mark, or was it someone else?
Yeah, well, you know that I like Rafinha a lot, and of course, when you score your first goal at a Spotify Camp Nou, you are very close to be the player of the match. I'm talking about Lamine and Dani Olmo, but it has to be Rafinha, because it was not only the 2 assists that he gave, it was the way he pressed, all the soul that he put on the pitch, and all the things that he had for the team were absolutely amazing. And also with the captain Arman just in the left arm, it was a perfect image for the second game played by Rafinha here at Spotify Camp Nou, but the first game in the starting 11 after the injury. So for sure, Rafinha deserves it. We miss him a lot, and in a game like today, it's like the amount of things that Rafinha can do for the team were absolutely shown. I will give you the connection back. First of all, I will say, Ignacio, just to show how is the atmosphere right now, the stands, and as you can see behind me, we can see a lot of Barca fans just watching the game. I'm just looking for the attendance. I'm going to check if I have exactly what is the attendance official of this game, because remember that only 45,000 people, 401 can be official here, and I have right now the attendance. I don't know if it's official. I think I will wait some seconds, but what I confirm is that last Saturday was better. But for the moment, it's quite good, the number that I have. Remember that sometimes we have also this before it's official. But I think we're going to wait. We're gonna wait, Robert, Pablo. In a while, I will confirm. Let's going to play. Let's going to play. Not on the player of the match. These are my votes, of course, Robert. Let's going to read the comments. But if you want, tell me what is the number of Barca fans here. Remember, the maximum is 45,000 people and 401. Let's going to play with this.
I'm going to go over 45,000 and 55. By the way, what we're seeing is that Marcus Rashford is receiving instructions which seem quite specific. Maybe he comes on.
Yeah, let's see about that. I just saw that too, Rob, and maybe Mark can give us some insight in that in just a moment. I'm going to go, my prediction is going to be 44,915. Go on.
Well, I have to say that Pablo Bulls was very close. Very close.
Can you imagine?
4,834.
Okay.
Very close. Very close, Pablo. Very close, very close. Yeah, less than 45,000, but very close also for the maximum. Of course, last Saturday was the first one, and many Barca fans also, they will gonna get here for the first time. It was not easy, the start of the game, due to the things that we explained there, but okay, 45,000 people, 834 attendance this game, this afternoon, Saturday here in the Spotify Camp Nou. I'm just checking if there are more Barca players warming up. a lot of them. I have to explain that there's one player who was for the first time in his career in the squad. Tommy Marquez is a midfield, sometimes playing as a holding midfielder, sometimes playing a little bit in front of the position that, for example, Bernal is playing. I don't expect him to play, but he's doing a very good job at Barça Athletic this season. So guys, for the moment I will give you the connection back. You said that Marcus Rashford maybe can be an option for the second half. For the moment, the other players were warming up. In a while, in a few minutes, the second half is gonna go to start.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark, as you keep sending in your answers. Most of the fans, Pablo, are going for Rafinha. Matt Lumbis went Lamine, but Adam Labaran said Rafinha. Pilita Malaguita said Rafa Luchador. 1960 JLFR said Rafinha as well. So answers there. The players in the tunnel. I am going to leave the standings on our graphic at the moment while we figure out what is going on with the lineup, because they are a beautiful sight to see, those standings right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted, isn't it? It's exactly what we were asking for today. We obviously knew that a win would put us top of the table. For now, it's only half time, nothing's done. But we get the chance to play before Madrid again this week, and it gives us the chance to just keep putting pressure on them. They play Girona our way, so hopefully we manage to get ourselves back up towards the top of the table.
I have the impression there's a double sub coming up, by the way, because Koundé was getting ready on the bench and Marcus Rashford is in the tunnel with his teammates. So let's go to game commentary, why don't we?
Back to second half action here. The Barca players are back out on the pitch. We're expecting some changes here on the half-time mark for Hansi Flick. It was a good first half for Barca, but Flick may be thinking he can mix things up just a little bit more. Here we go then. Let's see the confirmation. First we're going to have the attendance. It looks as though Tamiro and Marcus Rashford is certainly going to be one of those coming on. We'll have a wait and see in a moment who else comes on for Barca, but there are going to be changes at half-time.
Well, it looks like it may be Bernal who is the player replaced, because I saw Lamine Yamal, I saw Rafinha, I saw Dani Olmo, I thought I saw Lewandowski as well. We'll wait for that confirmation. Koundé looks like he will always also come onto the pitch. He might come on for Eric Garcia, who received a hard knock on the face. But we'll wait for confirmation. We can see that Marcus Rashford is getting ready, is on the pitch as well, and it looks like there will be that second sub as well.
I mean, I'll tell you what, there you go, Robert. Yeah, so spot on. Bernal off for Rashford and Eric off for Koundé. So, I mean, I'm guessing the Eric one is more pain he was suffering maybe from the knock he got, just precaution. And Bernal, of course, needs to be eased back into action, doesn't he? So Hansi Flick not taking any chances with him. What I would say, Robert, is that is a very attacking sub from Hansi Flick, because that's going to mean that Olmo's going to drop a bit deeper. He's going to play closer to Cazador, as he did Balaidos against Celta before the international break, and similar sort of role against Athletic Club 2 alongside Fermin that time. And looks as though that means Rafinha will drop into the number 10, you'd imagine. Yeah, Lamine stays right, Lewandowski down the middle, and Rashford out on the left. So an attacking change that for Hansi Flick. 2 changes for Barca at half-time as we're back underway at the Spotify Camp Nou. Mark, 2 subs then at the start of the second half for Barca, made by Hansi Flick.
I don't remember the last time that Barca made 2 substitutions at the half-time. Of course, as you said, maybe for Eric they have some physical problems. And with Bernal also, it has to be the yellow card. But amount of this, I have to comment that the next game will be against Atletico Madrid next Thursday. So maybe for Eric, more than Bernal, who starts for the first time this season. If Eric has some trouble, it's good also to subs off, because we have more games to come. Remember, in 3 days, Atletico de Madrid here. So it could be interesting for Barca to score more goals, to have more difference. Of course, I want the 3 points, but if some important players can rest a little minutes for Hansi Flick, will be good. And Ignacio will show you something, and maybe you can listen to Spotify Camp Nou what is happening.
There we go. There we go.
Some magician there. It's like Pedri Potter. Pedri Potter is warming up. Also Ferran, also Dro, also Rooney Bardghji, who is hoping to play the first game in his career in Spotify Camp Nou, and also Andreas Christensen. But as you can listen to all the Spotify Camp Nou fans or Barca fans, we want some magic. We want some magic on the pitch. We want a magician. We want Pedri Potter.
Pedri, 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 say the fans at Spotify Camp Nou. What a beautiful sight. Pedri,
He's
back
back.
with the squad.
He's back, Robert. He's back. And I wonder whether he actually wouldn't start warming up already, 45th minute. I know we've already made 2 subs, but that's relatively early. Watch out here, Lewandowski nearly gets in. What a brilliant sight. I said it before the game. Motor in our team. Rashford's won this back early on. What can he produce today off the bench? Marcus Rashford. I feel like we need a display from Rashford in this game, and it goes out for a throw-in. Big moment for him too, I'd say, actually, Robert, in this moment. Now, obviously, Rafinha, Lamine, Lewandowski all starting today. We know he's still going to get a lot of minutes, but this is a big chance for him, I feel, to get himself out there. Left wing, second half, big moment, right?
Yes, and it's going to be interesting with the games coming forward if all players are healthy, all those 6 attacking options for Hansi Flick are available, to see how he jiggles them around. Speaking of jiggling things around, this is what Barca's lineup looks like now after those 2 substitutions. You've got it on your screens. You've got Joan Garcia in goal. Koundé is the right back now, replacing Eric Garcia. Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde remain in their positions. Casado is next to Dani Olmo now in midfield. Ahead of them, Rafinha, although they will switch a lot with Lamine Yamal. Careful here, Lewandowski, who's the forward, and Marcus Rashford takes the left.
Yeah, so 2 changes from Flick at half-time, and pattern of play has pretty much already been set here inside the opening 3 minutes in the second half. Lots of Barca possession, as you would expect. Alaves deeply camped inside their own half. Koundé now linking up with Lamine. Those 2 tend to link up pretty well, and Lamine has certainly brought the party tricks out on Barca's 126th birthday so far today. Lamine over to Gerard Martin now. Wide now for Rashford. Look at the run that Olmo's made. Different role for him in the second half, that's for sure. Very much the number 10 in the first half, with security and Casado and Bernal behind him. He's going to have more defensive responsibilities to do. Just wonder whether that's Flick saying, I want the 3rd goal and I want it now. Balde was fouled, and it's going to be a Barca free kick.
In a semi-dangerous position.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's a foul by Ibanez, Alaves' goal scorer. Yeah, pretty good area there. I just wonder whether Rashford will strike this, Yeah,
it's close to the corner of the box. A good position for Marcus Rashford.
He's around the ball, I think, yeah.
It's one of those in which you don't know. Does he go straight for the shot, or does he just place the cross in? By the way, Marcus Rashford, I believe, is still the top player in terms of assists this season for Barca.
Yeah.
Maybe Mark can confirm that in a second, but let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, first up, we've got a Rashford free kick here, left by Olmo. Rashford plays it short. In comes Rafinha through a crowd. And it's easy in the end.
You know what that reminded me of, eh? 3-all Inter.
Yeah.
The run-up to that shot. Mark, can you confirm, is Rashford still the player with the most assists this season?
Yeah, for sure. Let me check it. But Rashford got 8 assists in this season, so sorry, I have a lot of papers here, as you can imagine.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm at home, but it's second game at the Spotify Camp Nou. Yeah, Rashford 8, Lamine Yamal 6, Fermin 4, Rafinha 4.
Rafinha 4 with today's, yeah?
Yeah, with today's, yeah.
Okay. Right, well, with that double substitution, and we've seen which players are warming up, I would like to ask a question for which the answer is going to be very obvious, but I want to ask for it regardless, so that you give me the emojis of which player would you like to see in the second half. Would you like to see Pedri? Would you like to see Ferran the Shark? Or would you like to see Dro? Give me the emoji of the player you would like to see on the live chat. I mean, the player that you would like to see on the pitch, but give me the emoji on the live chat.
I'm expecting a lot of emojis from a special some.
A lot of emojis like this?
I think so. I think maybe.
Yeah, binoculars?
Have a special little Barca number 8. I will say that I do want to see Ferran here, because I think he missed a chance against Chelsea, which was spoken about a lot, and he obviously then gets taken off at half-time, doesn't he, Ferran? And probably had a difficult midweek, but has scored a lot of goals. Barca's top scorer. We talk about top assister. He's the top scorer. Well offside there, as you can see. We knew that one. So I do want to see him. And Dro would be a special moment too, to make his Spotify Camp Nou debut. Pedri.
No, he played the final minutes.
Oh, he did. Sorry,
he played the final minutes the other day. But it's always special to see a player like Dro.
But still want to see Dro on the pitch too. And Pedri, I was going to say, also, of course, has played a lot at the at this stadium previously. Always feel like he's still young and new on the block, but I mean, he actually goes back quite a long time now, Pedri, and is one of the most veteran players in the team. Or almost somehow got that through there. Rafinha couldn't quite flick it through to Lewandowski. Sivera hacks it clear. How are the emojis looking?
They are looking a lot like Pedri's face covered with his 2 hands on his eyes in the form of binoculars.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Pedri, by the way, you just said 6th season this one is.
Yeah. And it always catches me off guard that way. It does in a weird way, you know.
And he is. I'm never good with ages. Sorry, I'm going to have to Google this.
He's 23, I think.
My God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, he came in so early. He was 17. He was 16, 17, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When Koeman put him in. Good from Balde, by the way. Really well done, tracking back there, and he's going to swim it away here too. And well, that is surely a yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card. Yeah.
It is.
Yellow card.
By popular demand, I think.
Yeah, because at first I think the referee didn't want to show it, but after the complaints by Marc Casador and also after a while, maybe the referee, that I have to say that instead he's from Madrid, and always when a referee from Madrid always whistles Barça, a lot of things are commented. I'm not ironic. I think that this is a good referee. The other times that he whistled us, I think he did it well. So I swear that I'm not ironic. I like this referee, the same as Sanchez Martinez, for example, last week.
Guys, remember this day. Mark Brau likes the referee, eh? Live chat.
No, yeah, well, maybe he can be wrong, but for the moment, I think, and the games that I've seen for him, I think he's refereeing good.
There you go. That's 2 weeks in a row, by the way. That's quite breaking news from Marc. So maybe he's pulling a few strings behind the scenes to get who he wants in the games.
Maybe. Here is Barca attacking.
Gerard Martin wide to Rashford here. Rashford. A nice little ball through there to Olmo. Now,
I do have to point out that's 2 consecutive league games. I'm not sure he was happy with the ref we got on Wednesday.
No, I don't
against Chelsea.
Yeah,
those Inter memories.
All is still well. Yeah.
Foul there because, for example, the first yellow card for Araujo last day was for complaining, but Araujo complained because there were a very clear foul on Lamine Yamal. But what can we say for a referee who didn't see the most clear handball in UEFA Champions League last 5 years in Milan?
Alaves are going to make a change just a few moments' time here.
Oh, and a known face at Spotify Cup now. Carlos Alañá.
Alañá's coming on. There you go. Yeah,
he was in Barca's young team from 8 years old. For the first team, he made his debut in 2016. I remember a story about Carlos Alañá in the first game with Barca, and I will explain after that.
Oh, Lamine!
Still going. Lamine Yamal, he shrugged off about 4 Alaves players, and now I think it was Blanco who got back in, and Lamine judged to have fouled his man on the second time. Mark, you were saying?
No, I'm gonna explain a story about Carlos Alañá, but I can keep it until the moment
Mark, you can confirm this. Carlos Alañá, a Barca player who's scored against Alaves in the past.
Yeah,
at Mendizorroza.
Away, at Mendizorroza. Barca won that San Jordi day, 2-0.
Yeah.
With Suarez from the penalty kick and Carlos Alañá.
It was a game in which we were almost champions, right?
No, but we were very close to be champions.
No, exactly. Yeah, we were almost.
I think was the run before we were champions in the game against Levante, with a great performance by
the keeper. Aitor.
Yeah, Alaves was the game before, wasn't it? And then we beat Levante. I remember that one well. Watch out here, could be a 3-on-3 if Barca hurry. Rafinha, now Alaves come back in numbers, and it was always going to be a difficult one to get through the gap there. Rafinha is going to retrieve things again here, though. Still the Brazilian corner for Barca.
Yeah, for the moment Coudet stop the subs. He will wait until the corner is in. Now, how many corners Barca have? Not a lot. Could be the first one, maybe.
No, this is the second one.
Yeah.
Second one, yeah.
Yeah, we did have one in the first half, I remember, quite soon after Alaves scored from theirs, actually. So Alañá and Carlos Vicente is also going to come on here for Alaves, by the way, who are trying to get themselves back into this game, as it were. Set piece opportunity here for Barca. Rafinha is going to take it in by Rafinha. There's the header. What a save by Sivera. And very nearly Lewandowski continued his marvellous run against Alaves. Sivera denies the pole. Well, what a chance. Olmo now to the back post. Still a chance for Barca, although flicked goalwards by Lewandowski instead of leaving it for Rafinha. And, well, very nearly there. 3-1, Robert.
If Lewandowski had been away there, Rafinha was wide open with no one on him. But what a great chance, what a great header by Lewandowski. And you said it in the first half, Pablo. He's not been all that involved. He had that 1-2 with Lamine Yamal, which almost set up the third goal for Barca. But he is coming. Okay, Mark, hang on a second. He almost had that goal now off of the corner kick, and he can just turn up in isolated situations. He's a threat at set pieces, and that's why you have him on the pitch as well. And the Camp Nou, the Spotify Camp Nou is chanting Pedri, Pedri, which means, Mark, as you were saying, that he's about to come on.
Yeah, sorry, Pedri and Ferran will come in, so third and fourth substitutions for Barca. And as you listen to all the stadium singing the name by Pedri, Pedri will come back. Remember that the last game played for Pedri was the Bernabeu game. He received a red card that game, but instead of this, he was also injured. And also Ferran will be on the pitch. Some substitutions on Alaves. One of those players is Carlos Aleñá. I will explain it quickly. The first official game played by Aleñá with Barca was in the first leg in the run of 32 of Copa del Rey against Hércules in 2016. He was in the starting 11 and he scored a goal in the first official game with Barca. And after the game, Luis Enrique told me, I'm happy for Aleñá, but if I catch him, I will cane him because he hasn't played good. So that was Luis Enrique's reaction in the first game played by Aleñá, scoring a goal.
No, I remember that. As a matter of fact. My guess would be with this double sub now that Hansi Flick is preparing with Pedri and Ferran, that maybe the organic substitution is Ferran for Lewandowski. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rafinha is the other player taken off in this process of, just easing him back in. Today maybe just an hour of play, and that Olmo moves back into the attacking midfielder position, and Pedri is slotted into midfield.
It definitely would make sense. I can't imagine Flick will want to take Rafinha off, but he must be sensible, and he is always sensible with these sorts of decisions. But I do think Rafinha's probably been Barca's best player, so he won't want to take him anywhere. Alaves have made their changes.
Yes, Gerard.
By the way, Gerard Martin, excellent there, getting back in, and Barca win the free kick. So here we go then. Pedri's going to get a good half hour of football here, Robert. Probably maybe more than I expected. Listen to the stands.
Let's listen to it. Let's listen to the reaction of Spotify Camp Nou. There you go. A round of applause for Pedri in his return, of course, for Rafinha, the substituted player. And Ferran took the place of Robert Lewandowski. Mark.
Yeah, Ferran will play as a number 9, Robert Lewandowski out. Robert Lewandowski, who cut his good streak against Alaves. All the games played against Alaves, he scored. And let's be careful. Let's go with Rashford.
Rashford now. Big chance for Barca. Nicely worked by Ferran. Rashford. Was he pushed? He a little bit of a shriek there, and in the end, Alaves get it away.
Yeah, and as you said, Ferran will play as a number 9, same position as the striker of Lewandowski. And yeah, Pedri came in from Rafinha, playing an hour. Remember, Rafinha out from 2 months. We'll have Atletico Madrid next Tuesday. And maybe we can confirm that without Rafinha, maybe we wouldn't win this game.
Well, we'll see. There is the reshuffled Barca lineup with Joan Garcia still in goal, Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde at the back. Cazorla, Pedri in midfield, with Olmo returning now to the attacking midfielder position. Rashford on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right, and it's Ferran Torres who serves as our number 9 right now, as our striker leading the attacking line.
And by the way, Pedri, who's
the captain Arban.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to mention it, Mark. Yeah, Pedri with the armband. No Ter Stegen, no Araujo, no Rafinha, no De Jong. So Pedri takes the armband. So he took it straight off Rafinha when he came on there as a substitute, and we heard the noise, didn't we, inside the stadium. Brilliant reception. I think both for the players coming off, of course, Rafinha on his return to the starting lineup, and indeed Pedri. Now Rashford dancing through a gap. Was that a foul? Referee says no. Referee says Rashford went over. And I always think there,
If it's not a foul, book him. That's what my thought is. If it's not a foul, book him.
Yeah, 100%. And that makes me think that he thinks there's contact, maybe not enough. We'll have a look here. Is that a foul?
Oh, I thought he got tripped.
He trips him now, I think. I want another look at it. We saw it on a smaller screen, but it looked like a foul to me.
I don't want to say the words that I said before about him.
You spoke too soon, Mark. You should know better. Here's Rashford again then for Barça. Oh, he saw the run from deep there. Couldn't quite pick out the ball over the top. Now Gerard Martin over to Cubarsí. Barça patient in their approach. Alaves have barely had a sniff in this second half so far. It's been all Barça, but they still need that third goal, don't they? Just to give themselves a little bit of calm in this game. Pedri is on, and he's a sort of player who you want in these sorts of situations. Rafinha is off. Ferran and Rashford also on off the bench. So Barça, within an hour of football, have made 4 of their 5 changes. Flicker's ringing the changes early on here. And of course, Barça face Atleti midweek 2. Now Pedri dancing feet through a gap that wasn't even there.
And he will do that. He will get either himself or the ball in between gaps that are barely visible to those of us who are perennial. But great to see Pedri back onto the pitch, and we spoke of it in the last game, and we speak about it tonight as well. How great is it for Hansi Flick to have the option to bring today off of the bench Marcus Rashford, Jules Koundé, Pedri, and Ferran Torres in a starting lineup which we thought was a strong lineup.
Yeah, 100%. I really like the lineup from the offset, and it becomes an even better lineup. For me, it was a 10 out of 10 because of the players he put in there, because of the way he set up, and also then because of the players you've got available on the bench too. We knew that we were going to have options to bring on today, and it's exactly what Flick's done. He's rung the changes, he's put faith in players, and hey, players like Pedri are going to get a good amount of minutes here ahead of course, that crucial game midweek. I'm sure Flick won't be thinking about that one at all, because this one has been highly contested and is still in the balance. Rashford's kept that in play by the touchdown. He's also won Barca a corner.
Right, well, I'll take the moment here. The stoppage of play. Sorry?
Red card on Barca's bench.
Oh, really?
Red card on Barca's bench.
Okay, hang on.
Bizarre. We'll find out why, or I'll tell you what, Marek, on our signal we haven't seen any of that yet, so we'll have to wait in a moment. For who?
No.
Not for Rafinha.
For Rafinha?
Oh no.
For Rafinha?
Oh no. Oh no.
Rafinha looks baffled.
It's for Rafinha, so Rafinha. Oh,
yeah, watch out. Lamine Yamal strikes and just over the top of the crossbar.
So if it's for Rafinha, remember, I'm not sure it's Rafinha. Rafinha's talking with the fourth referee.
He was the one off the bench with Flick saying "por qué," saying why. So I'm just hoping it's not for Rafinha. Maybe it's for one of the assistant coaches, and Rafinha just jumped out to defend.
No,
but
Rafinha's
I mean,
going to the bench. Yeah, so it's not for Rafinha. No.
Okay.
Can we get a shot of the bench, Mark? Can you ask Ignazi to show us to zoom into the bench to just to make sure to show our fans that he's on there, that Rafinha's there, that we're safe.
I would say, Ignazi, try to show Rafinha if you could. If you can. Yeah, what I think it's maybe for Dela, for goalkeeper coach.
Okay.
Let's explain very, very good for the fans who didn't watching the game. It's because after the red card, Rafinha was complaining to the fourth referee next to Hansi Flick, and Hansi Flick tried to calm Rafinha down. So we all thought that maybe it was Rafinha who was sending off, and remember, a red card directly wouldn't allow him to play against Atletico de Madrid, but we definitely can say that Rafinha's on the bench, and red card is not for him.
We just got a replay, Mark. A bit late, but we got the replay confirmation that it is for Dela. For the so he's the coach for goalkeepers of the team.
Well, it was after the fall on Marcus Rashford. Let's go with Koundé
got knocked.
There's a big fall on Koundé. And now Pedri is going to talk with the referee because
we heard that from here.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
people don't understand why it's not a yellow card. But, well, trying to distress a little bit, I will give you a stat that I didn't give to you at the first half, but it's quite good. Dani Olmo's goal was a good start for Barca because Dani Olmo's goal was the goal number 50 this season for Barca.
Oh, nice.
50 goals in 19 games. 50 goals in 19 games. Not bad.
So that's just under 3. So 3 per game would be 57. Yeah? Would be 57.
I can't help you out on that.
I know, yeah. 19 times 3 would be 57. So yeah, 50. 7 goals away from a 3 goals per game average. It's not bad.
It's actually a pretty good return. It's almost surprised me a little bit, but we have had some high-scoring games.
Yeah.
By the way, 2 changes in midfield here. Ander Guevara is going to come on here, former Sociedad player, and Guridi is also going to come on, also ex from that club. So he's on 2 in midfield. Denis Suarez is off. And was it Ibanez is the other one who has come off? So there you go. 2 changes in midfield.
The goal scorer.
For Alaves, yes.
Right. Taking advantage here a moment of the stoppage, I'm going to ask you guys and the fans a question, which is, what is the best thing about the game so far? So is it option 1, the reaction after going down 1-0 after the early Alaves goal? Is it option 2, that Juan save, because I just can't stop thinking about it? Or option 3 is it the Pedri return? Mark.
Sorry, can you ask me again? I was talking with Ignacy, Robert.
What was the best thing about the game so far? The option 1, the reaction after the Alaves goal, so team reaction after going down 1-0, the Joan Garcia save, or the Pedri return?
For me, the first one, but it's quite difficult to catch one because Joan Garcia save was also important before the 2-1. Be careful, it's corner kick for Barca, and also Pedri's returning is good. Well, Pedri's returning is good, but unfortunately, he was only 1 month out of the game. And Joan Garcia's save is very important. Because it was like the point of the game.
No one said it was going to be an easy decision to pick this, Mark.
Yeah.
I must say, I think I just agree with Mark. I think the reaction after 1-0 is my favourite thing. I think it was a super reaction. The individual moments of the return and the atmosphere and the cheers and the chants for Pedri were great, as was the save. Lamin's cross now is overhit. And the Joan Garcia save was also unbelievable too, I must say. Really a special moment. And at 1-0 too, so vital. And almost like a killer for Alaves, the fact that we went down the other end and scored ourselves. Reaction's been key for me though. Really good, really positive.
It's been key, but that might be the best save we'll see all season. That will be one in which hopefully Joan Garcia is a Barca's goalkeeper for the next 10 years. And when, like with Ter Stegen, we still go back to that Bayern Munich save from his first season. This one will be one that we'll go back to, I think.
That'll be the Joan Garcia save. Got you, yeah. And hopefully many more. Here is Lamin, Olmo, Casado. Yeah, it was one of those special moments. And right now it's a save that is, well, keeping Barca in front in this one.
It is indeed. 20 minutes to go. I mean, the second half is flying by. I mean, a third goal would be fantastic. Just to make us feel a bit more at ease. Pedri.
Look at Pedri go. He's just weaving his way through. It's brilliant football, as if he never left. Lamine Yamal couldn't find the back post. Now Koundé's going to win that header, though. And again, Rashford was lurking. Well, Pedri's come back as if he never left. Glorious football. Lamine. We know where he wants it on his left foot. Lamine tried to find Olmo. You can hear the cameras flicking as he gets the ball.
Yeah, you can indeed. And Pedri he just glides. He's almost like he's on an ice rink.
Yeah, he's such a great watch, and Barca so much more ease with him. That's a super ball from Koubarsi. Look at Ferran trying to make his movement in the middle. Surely Olmo, and he's dragged it wide of the far post. Robert, what a golden chance for Barca to make it 3. Olmo nearly had his second. Still 2-1.
In order to get it right across, I think he had to go soft touch, and the fact that he did that instead of slam it, because there was a sliding defender in front of it, is what makes it drift out.
He had Rashford just there as well. If he actually got worse contact on it and completely mishit it, it might have come through to Rashford. Olmo got his shot away. What a big chance that was. Right in front of you, right, Mark, and very nearly the third goal for Barca.
Yeah, I was very close, and just at the moment that Dani Olmo shot, I just saw that it was not goal. Come on, Marcus Rashford.
Watch out here. Rashford may well get to
Do
that
it.
first. He has got to that first.
Corner kick.
Corner. He got the ball.
No,
I also
I must
didn't
say,
see a touch.
I must say that Rashford didn't complain.
Okay, no.
From where we were looking, Mark, it looked as though he didn't get a touch of the ball at all, the defender, but he did. So there you go. It was indeed. It was John Pacheco, wasn't it, who got in there? Yeah. So corner for Barça here. Rashford himself is going to go and take it.
Labato Massi summarises it the best. We need more goals. We do.
We could do with a third just to be a bit calmer here, couldn't we? Right. Corner here. Going to be swung in by Marcus Rashford. In by the Englishman. It's all the way to the back post where Ferran is lurking. Almost trying to retrieve it. Guridi keeps it in play. We'll go up for a Barça throw-in. I'm just remembering now that we didn't do our guess the scores in the end.
Oh, we didn't. No. Let's take a look at what they were. This was before kickoff. This was before kickoff.
I'm close, I think.
Mark's close. Pablo's close.
Mark went the same as me.
And Llorens and I are out. By the way, Llorens, who's our editor today, he wanted to take part. A tough game for him, we know, because he's got like a split heart today. At home, he's got some Alaves supporters, so he can't root for Barca too hard today. But he was going for a 3-0. I was going for a 4-0. We're out, and Barca in transition.
Maybe Lamine can get Barca's third. Olmo back to Lamine, blocked away. Was it a handball? No, it wasn't. Lamine again, another block. Lamine for a third time. Olmo's onside, I think. If he can keep it in play, yeah.
He can. So many bodies.
Unbelievable. Lamine, Alaves players wanted a flag to come. It didn't. And Lamine's dancing again. Casado, it's all very tense in there. Casado, not known for his goals, tries to strike.
It's like trying to kick a ball through a forest of like thick oak trees with big trunks. This.
Yeah. It really is, yeah.
I think that now we are realizing how important it was to do the comeback in the first half.
Yeah.
Because, of course, the game is not ended, but imagine this with 1-1.
You know what's also important? To have Lamine in good shape, to have Pedri back onto the pitch, to have Dani Olmo looking fresh. That's also important, and we haven't had that in almost the entire season.
And you can tell Barca look really good with all of them out there, and they're just probing now. I think they're very aware, the Barca players, that a third goal would completely kill this off, and they don't want to get into that dodgy 5-minute period, do they? Between minute 80 and 90, where things can get very tense. Olmo saw exactly what he was trying to do, but couldn't quite execute it.
I think it's been a silent comeback after his absence as well. It's been very, very, very gradual, but it's starting to become noticeable that Dani Olmo is feeling more and more comfortable on the pitch in that attacking midfielder position.
Yep. I agree, and he's got a big few weeks now, because we know Fermin, club communicated recovery time of some roughly 2 weeks maybe. We know he's going to have some big games now. Tuesday night again, we expect almost to be there. Then Betis, of course. This is a big 7-8 days of LaLiga football, this, Robert. It really is huge in terms of our season, I think, and you got some very tough games in there, starting with this one. Flick will know that he's going to need Olmo firing. He really is, and the good news is that he's looked very good today, and hopefully Tuesday night's his sort of game again against Atleti. Tight spaces, can he make the most of it? That's what we'll be hoping for.
There's so much movement in that attacking area, as does Fermin obviously as well. Two different types of players. Fermin a bit more intense, a bit more energetic, great on the initial press, great at finishing as well. Almost a bit more of a finesse player, a bit more of a creator, a finder of spaces. Careful, here we go.
Lamine again threatening. Guridi got in the way of it. It's going to fall to Pedri. Pedri delayed, stuttered. Still Pedri dancing through a gap. Laid off to Rashford. Thought about striking, didn't he? Rashford over to Catalan. Barca will retreat. They'll recycle. They'll go again.
Pedri's a player who floats as he goes forward.
Yeah, he is floating around, isn't he? He's only been on the pitch 15 minutes. He's certainly made an impact. Barca are trying to find him at every given moment. Here he goes again. Barca's number 8. Oh, he's still going. He's looked so good already, hasn't he?
The little turn there, reminiscent of his former coach.
Yeah, it very much was, weaving around in there.
Labato Massi says, I need a goal from Rashford. Sorry, Pablo. Elmides, come on, get that third goal to secure the 3 points. Who else have we got here? Let's put the third away so we can relax, says Mac Lumbis. It's the same sentiment from everyone. Let's get that third goal. Come on.
Yeah, we need it. I'll tell you what the good thing has been. Alaves haven't been threatening that much at all in the second half, and maybe they can catch us cold. That's what I hope doesn't happen, but so far there's been little, very little going forward from Alaves. Lucas Boye there trying to get away. Second 45 minutes, Barça barely had anything to do going towards their own goal. Joan Garcia has been untroubled. It's been all Barça, but we're still unable to get that third and important goal that would see things off here. Alaves know that. They're still in this. Carlos Vicente in behind here. One of the first times of the evening that Alaves have got in.
Oh,
and what a brilliant recovery by Cubarsí. Vitally got in there.
Cubarsí. He was on Carlos Vicente in that
would
run.
have counted.
It would have counted. And Cubarsí did very well to get in there and clear the ball for the corner kick. Give me some Cubarsís on the live chat, guys.
I'll tell you what, he just got in there, the Alaves attacker, before Cubarsí made a really good dart to the front post. The recovery is vital. Sticks his leg on there, gets a big block in. Vicente's corner then. They're strong from these. First contact is Alaves again. Balde's got to be careful. Don't make a foul there. Oh, brilliant. Balde recovered well. And an offside flag goes up anyway.
Right, we were just saying, who will be the scorer of the next goal? We were just saying we need a third. Who will score it? Will it be option 1, Lamine Yamal? Will it be option 2, Rashford? Option 3, Ferran? Marc. Option 1, Lamine. Option 2, Rashford. Option 3, Ferran for the next scorer in the game.
I'll go with Lamine. I think that he hit the post in the first half. What is happening? Oh, there's an Alaves player injured. It's Victor Parada, I think.
It is, yeah, it's Parada.
The former Milanese player. Remember that Alaves has one substitution remaining, and I think Chacho Goldet will do it, because I see an Alaves player coming back to the bench, so definitely Parada won't continue. Remember that Barça also still has one substitution to do.
Yep.
And now I see Christensen, Rumi Babdarji, Dro, Tommy Marquez, and the other guy. Let's see who is. But the other players are just warming up.
So Marc said Lamine, by the way, to our question, Pablo.
Okay, I do think Lamine is the most likely, but I'm going to go Ferran Torres. I think he always gets on the end of chances. And by the way, listen to the noise inside the Spotify Cup No right now.
Up the volume.
Now some of the fans are waving the flags.
Yeah.
Saying as if you can show the flags waved by some of the Barca fans here, trying to give some warmth for the team, trying to give some fire, trying to give some energies with all those flags, blue and red, also yellow from Catalan badge, Catalan flag. Just the stadium, so good atmosphere here, as you can watch the image, I hope.
Right, well, I will encourage you Barca fans, you premium members who can interact on the live chat, to wave your flags as well. Wave your Barca flags, which you have exclusively made for you on the live chat. The flag emojis, the Barca flag emojis, by the way, my vote is for Rashford. We haven't seen a Rashford goal in quite a while, so I'm going Rashi.
Okay, the vote is split then. The vote is split.
With 10 minutes remaining in this game, by the way, and it's still 2-1. And
I know.
It's been tight against Alaves ever since they returned to the first division. 1-0 last season, 2-1 the season before.
It very often is this sort of game. There you go. That's going to be the final Barca change then. Andreas Christensen's going to come on, as Mark Wells just informed us. So Barca are going to make all their changes here. Rashford's still going here, by the way. This time he will get the foul, and Antonio Blanco
yellow
goes
card
to the book and receive a yellow card. I just feel that show of I don't know how you say it, that help from the Barca fans they produced there a few moments ago, waving their flags, chanting on the other party, trying to encourage the Barca players over the line here, and what they know, I think, is a really important moment in the season.
I think that these fans are also energised by the fact of being back at home as well. They would obviously do it as well at Montjuic, but the fact that they're back at Spotify Camp Nou just gives them that little bit extra volume, maybe that extra will to help the team go on.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's excited to be back home, aren't they? Right, and why wouldn't they? That's spot on to be excited about it. Rashford over this set piece. We've played 81 minutes now, Robert. There is not a long time to go here. I think we'd all snap your hand off for the 2-1 win right now. We need the 3 points. Rashford over it. Christensen on shortly. In by Marcus Rashford. It's not a great free kick in all truth. Easy for Guriz, the header right.
Right, well, we have a new member.
Right.
New members wear the l'escudo al pit. They wear the badge on their chest, the crest on their heart. Binui, Binai, how do you pronounce that? Hello, welcome. Thank you for becoming a new member of Barca's YouTube channel. We salute you. We hope you bring us good luck. We hope that Barca score after you've just joined our live show, and we hope that you enjoy it. We hope that you interact with us. By the way, after the game, reactions and analysis. We'll be hearing from Hansi Flick. We'll be hearing from the players as well, and we'll be analysing this second game back at Spotify Camp Nou. Right now, 2-1, and with this result, we would be top.
Why is not the yellow card?
Yeah.
Because it's the second one for Blanco?
I think it was Tony Martinez actually.
It was Tony Martinez, and he's just come on the pitch.
It should have been a yellow though. It
I
should
would
have
say
been a
the
yellow
same.
mark, yeah.
Why is not the yellow card? Well,
Yeah,
Andreas Christensen is ready to come in. I don't know which player could be substituted. Maybe Casado.
Or someone in the back line, Gian Martini, even Balde and
Cubarsí.
Cubarsí.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has some problems. I hope not. He did a great defensive action in the last time that Alaves got a corner. And let's go and listen to Spotify Camp Nou singing Cubarsí. Well, not a lot, but at first time, Pau Cubarsí playing for the second time in his life. It's easy to say, but hard to know. Second time in his life at the Spotify Camp Nou.
There you go. So Christensen is the final Barca change. He is on at the heart of the defence. He's going to be playing alongside Gerard Martin for the final few minutes in this one. Almost as though he was fouled. He was fouled. He put his hands in the wall to make sure of the fact. Just feels, Robert, as though we're trying to tick down the clock now, doesn't it? I think we made a big effort right throughout the second half to get the third goal. It hasn't come, so now it's going to be a different sort of game, isn't it? Conserving the lead, trying to hold on to possession, try and get over the line here.
And one in which you can't go gung-ho looking for that third goal. You need to guard your back, 100%. Try not to leave yourself so exposed that Alaves can hurt you on the counter-attack. Keep possession, defend yourself with possession, be careful with the ball, which we have just lost right now, and Alaves want to attack us in space. And if there's an opportunity to go for that third goal, of course, always attack. Careful.
Big chance for Alaves here. Guridi, what a save by Juan Garcia! The offside flag was up. I must say, I thought in live
regardless,
I thought it was on anyway. And of course, Juan Garcia he didn't have a choice. And well, what a save! Let's just look at this, Robert here. He's on with Balde, right?
I don't know. Maybe his shoulder is just ahead. I don't know. But
hey, either way,
great save regardless. Juan Garcia once again.
I'll tell you what, that would have been a lot tighter, I think, than maybe the players on the pitch will know.
Yeah, better to save it. As you said, it was quite not very clear that was an offside, as you said.
Yeah, Mark, it was certainly a lot tighter than I thought in live time. And, well, VAR would have been out there having a good look at that. And what an important save it was. I think it's fair to say Guri didn't get it quite in the corner, did he? But either way, Juan Garcia stood tall, didn't go to ground. Made a big save with his left boot. It's going to be Alaves throw. Barca disagree. Under 5 minutes of the 90 to play here. Clock's ticking.
Yeah.
People is suffering a little bit. And also it's a little bit cold right now at Spotify Camp Nou, everyone. Maybe they thought people that it would be easy, but not. And we have to suffer until the end of the game because we got a good effectivity in the first half, but not in the second one.
I'll just use a Catalan expression which we used a lot on a podcast that we had last season with Marc Brau. This is a classic Joe Farem game, Marc. A classic, we'll get it done. We'll score the third goal. And the minutes tick by, and it's still 2-1, and the game is in dangerous territory.
Well, now Barca fans are trying to support the team with Barca chants.
Yeah, and you can feel it, can't you? By the way, a vital intervention by Casado a few moments ago, though. He had to get there and did. because Alaves players were queuing up. It just feels, Robert, a little bit nervy, and it's what you were saying, what I was saying all half long until about the 83rd minute. Alaves didn't have the ball. It was all Barca. So we had chances to kill this game off, even in the first half. Now, hey, we're going to have to suffer. We're going to have to defend well as a unit, and we're going to have to accept that Alaves are going to try and carve out chances. They're going to come out a bit more, and we're going to have to be smarter with the ball. No doubt about that.
No doubt at all. And I think what's unnerving people a little bit is the Alaves are having the longest stretches of position that they've had in the entire game right now, which is not the best moment for that to happen. Barca chasing the ball around just a little bit, now having to play a little with a little bit too much urge.
Yeah, but it is natural, isn't it? I mean, it's the way the game is obviously going to sway. I mean, Koundé has stayed down there. It's the last thing Barca want, because Alaves have got men over at the back post. If they hurry, here's Guridi. This could be disastrous, really, for Barca. Guridi, there is the free man over. It's not going to find, and Koundé is still down, by the way. Yeah, and Lamine comes all the way back, but he's given away a corner.
Well, Lamine wanted to end it there. Koundé is still down now, being helped up.
It was...
He got stepped on, I think.
Yeah. He was stepped on by Johnny. This should be an Alaves corner, Robert, unless Lamine kicked. Yeah, it's going to be an Alaves corner. Yeah, there you go. So, job not done yet. A little bit nervy in here. I think a little bit nervy inside the Spotify Cup 0-2. Alaves, they scored from a corner in the first half. Barca must be alert now in the second. 2 minutes to go. In it comes. Barca clear. Come on, Lamine, protect it for us. Come on, Barca. Pedri now.
Counter here.
Big chance for a counter. Ferran is quick. Can he get away, though? Ferran, oh, the goalkeeper is so well positioned. Credit to Sivera. Well off his line.
That's a big gamble for a keeper to take, because the ball had just made it over the halfway line, and Ferran was in a great position to lead the counter-attack there, but Sivera made a great read.
Brilliant from Sivera, I must say, because I thought Barca are away. We'll take the throw in either way, and we'll just hope there's not a lot of time added on, won't we? 90 seconds or so to play here of regulation time.
I expect 4 or 5 minutes. No goals, but all the subs.
Yeah.
Also that Parada injury. Well, maybe, 5 not, maybe 4. I will
4 or 5,
4.
yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at 5, that's for sure. I wouldn't be shocked at 5. Minute to play here. Balle with a throw in down the line to Ferran. Can't quite control Ferran.
And what I'm seeing in this game, unfortunately, is because of the extra effort that the players are having to give, running around after the ball, chasing, because Alaves are having more position, I'm seeing a lot of tired faces right now, because this is not the game that Barca wants to play.
No, yeah, of course it isn't. And we would have hoped that we had the third goal by now, that we would just be controlling the ball, waiting for the whistle almost, as it were. So much defending to do for Barca. Defending they have to do, though. Surely Vicente was offside. He was. We'll take that. Come on.
Offside. Right, Mark, how much added time are we going to get? 20 seconds to know.
Yeah, I will go with 4. I don't expect more than 4, because I just was thinking that there were not a lot of injured players, there were no goals. So 3 or 4 has to be at all. So let's go.
Is all okay?
4,
Yeah,
3,
okay, right. They're helping
2,
him get up.
1. Oh no, the fourth referee. The fourth referee, he doesn't have the prepare nothing. Well, he has
oh
a
well,
lot
we
of
can
job,
blow the final
like,
whistle. That's fine.
4.
Yeah, well, for referee has a lot of job, showing red card from some assistant from Hansi Flick.
4 minutes.
These things, yes. Now the other things, 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure I don't have connection with the referee, but it's pretty. I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice hustle by Ferran.
He won that well, Ferran. Olmo, was he pulled down? Surely he was. I thought it was an arm on his shoulder there. Referee waves it away. I'll take that too, Robert, actually. 4 additional minutes, not bad at all. Barca have got to navigate it well. Pedri flicked over nicely to Marcus Rashford. Oh, good from Rashford. Saw the space, knew where it was. Ferran's in. He gets there first. Sivera again.
Ferran was a quarter of an inch away.
Yeah, the problem was the first touch. I think he didn't touch the ball very well. He tried to do the same as Lamine in the first half. And then Sivera, who's playing quite good in the second half, he did a good action. Another offside, don't suffer. Okay. Another offside for Alaves player. And Sivera is complaining a lot for the assistant referee. I don't know why, but I can swear that Sivera's complainings are harder than Della on the bench.
Right, Barca fans, for this remaining 2 minutes and a half, give me your Barca flags on the live chat. Cheer on for the team. Come on, guys. These are 3 very important points. Come on. It's your time now.
Come on, Culés. Come on, Culés.
Yeah, yellow card for Joan Garcia for wasting time. Or for Gerard Martin. Can you help me?
But I didn't see if it was for Gerard or for Joan.
It wouldn't make sense.
How many times we saw goalkeepers wasting time here on Spotify Camp Nou with nothing said? But well, I think that all of us, we want the game to end. 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we do need it to end now. Joan Garcia it was who was booked, Mark, so he goes in the book. Gerard Martin with a switch then. It's not quite going to find its intended target. Risky touch from Johnny. Did ever so well to come away with the ball, didn't he? He was the one denied by Joan Garcia in the first half. I'll tell you what, Alaves, when they've got going, they've put together a few decent passing moves, but they messed that one up a little bit when they got to the final third. You can see Ferran diving in there. I think Casarov's done a good job too. Midfield, watch out now. Lamine Olmo is waiting. Olmo receives it.
Danny.
Surely for Barça. Barça have beaten Alaves by 3-1. And Dani Olmo gets his second of the afternoon. Barça are going to sleep as league leaders.
There you go. It didn't come until the final minute, but it was Dani Olmo time. A Dani Olmo brace to secure the 3 points. How Fermin celebrates from the stands. Barca 3, Alaves 1 in transition. Good work to recover the ball, and Dani Olmo gets it done, his first brace of the season.
Oh, just brilliant. Mark,
second
what a
goal
moment
of the game for Dani Olmo. Sorry, Paolo, just to explain, as Robert said, 2 goals scored by Dani Olmo this game. The first 2 goals he scored in Spotify Camp Nou. Remember, he played for Barca young team until he was 15. Many times he came here to watch games on the stands, and then he scores twice. Important 3 points. It will be the 4th win in a row in La Liga for Barca. We will be the leaders. Let's gonna hope that tomorrow Girona give us some help. But the most important thing is the Barca. We're gonna win the game. 4 consecutive wins in La Liga.
There you go. Well, Mark, we'll be listening to you in post-game interviews with the players. Dani Olmo gets his second. Good left-footed finish by Dani.
Yeah, lovely finish, and it also means that mine and Mark's predictions are right.
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, it means we've got a few correct predictions today. 3-1 to Barca. We're just a few seconds away from full time now. An assist for Lamine Yamal. Goal and assist for him today then. Good amount for him too. And the first game of the season, I'm being told that Alaves have conceded 3 goals. So There you go. That tells you how good they've been defensively and how important this win is for Barca. How impressive it is too. First time this season Alaves have conceded 3 in a game.
And Barca with the final possessions of this game. It looked like Marcus Rashford could go forward. Fantastic result. We had to suffer for a bit there. Yeah. With the 2-1, which was just lingering, but we got it done in the end with good press, good recovery, and a great transition.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? I mean, credit Lamine, because there's been a few of those, but he got the pass spot on this occasion, played it to perfection, weighted it well, and Olmo too was calm and cool in front of goal, and what a good piece of news it is that we're seeing the best version of Dani Olmo.
By the way, Lamine, I believe, now ties Marcus Rashford as the player with the most assists on the team.
Wow.
There you go.
Full-time whistle at the Spotify Camp Nou. It's Barca 3, Alaves 1. Hansi Flick's side have gone back to the top of La Liga, at least momentarily. They'll sleep as league leaders before Madrid play away at Montilivi tomorrow. Barca, well, they were brilliant, weren't they, after Alaves' early goal in the 40th second. Rafinha gets the MVP from La Liga. He was excellent. He got the opening 2 assists. Lamine and Olmo scored in the first half. And Barca had to wait all the way until the 93rd minute to make it 3. It was Olmo again who got the goal. He sealed the deal. And Barca get a vital home victory. They've beaten Alaves by 3-1.
An important win which leaves Barca top of the table with 34 points, pending that Real Madrid result tomorrow at Montilivi. Full time at the Spotify Camp Nou in a game which had a little bit of everything, but the team settling back into its winning ways after the disappointing midweek defeat to Chelsea. Dani Olmo scores twice. That's good news for him. We saw a great Rafinha produce 2 assists as well. Lamine Yamal got on the scoring sheet. And Pablo, at the end of the day, Barca celebrate a win on the club's 126th anniversary.
Yeah, nice day at the office that for Barca. 2 wins from 2 at the Spotify Camp Nou. We'll take that. We looked good again today, I thought. There were a few nervy moments, a few rocky moments, but the team's looking stronger. I think squad-wise today, we had a lot of important players back. We're able to bring big players off the bench, which is helping us, and we saw that in the second half today. We kept Alaves out really until the last 5 minutes when it was 2-1 and they came back into things. Credit to them, they defend well and they hold out in games clearly and pick their chances well, but the reaction was good against a side who were good defensively. I thought Barca were sharp, they created danger, everyone was pretty much on their game today, and at the end of the day, Robert, that's a really big win ahead of what's a quite vital 7 or 8 days or so in LaLiga for Barca to push forward hopefully in this title race with Madrid. Vital time of the year, really crucial 3 points.
Indeed, indeed. 3 crucial points, and we'll be talking about it in the post-game show. Reactions and analysis coming up. We'll be listening to the players and to Hansi Flick react to this 3-1 win at Spotify Camp Nou. A couple of minutes of break for us, and we will be back. Stick with us. Well, we wanted a win in the 126th anniversary of the club, and we got one. 3 very important points in La Liga, and we'll listen to the score of 2 goals. Dani Olmo with Mar Brau.
It's almost time today here at Spotify Camp Nou. És l'hora de Dani Olmo. Dani, què tal, com estàs?
Hola, bona nit, molt bé.
Quantes vegades, quantes nits, quantes tardes has vingut a veure partits aquí? No vas poder marcar l'altre dia, però avui els teus 2 primers gols a l'estadi.
Sí, molt content. La veritat que moltíssimes quan era petit, quan estava a la Masia, i ara és un somni fer realitat, poder jugar aquí amb la nostra afició i poder marcar i ajudar l'equip, és un somni.
Una victòria especialment treballada, no sé si especialment satisfet de com l'equip ha reaccionat al gol encaixat tan aviat.
Sí, ha sigut una miqueta de sorpresa, un córner així de rebot, però bueno, jo crec que que l'equip s'ha alçat bé després d'aquest gol, hem jugat amb la mateixa idea, hem dominat, hem tingut les ocasions i hem guanyat, o sigui, jo crec que ha merescut.
4 victòries seguides a la Lliga, ara sou líders ara mateix, també a poc us aneu recuperant, tu també vas tenir una lesió, ara a poc també consolidant a l'11. Sensació que l'equip està anant cap a dalt, com deia Hansi després del partit del Chelsea, tot i la derrota, s'ha de ser optimista.
Sí, hem d'anar sumant, ara Rafinha ha pogut tornar a jugar de titular, ha tornat Pedri, l'important és que tenim més jugadors que van tornant, ara Fermín esperem que no sigui tant de temps i pugui també estar a l'equip i ajudar-nos com fins ara i al final tots sumem i tots anem a una per guanyar.
Tu també has tornat, eh?
Jo també, una miqueta més encara, però sí, molt content també personalment d'haver tornat i a aquest nivell.
Ja et faig l'última, Dani, has marcat el 2-1 després d'una aturada espectacular de Joan, no sé com has vist l'aturada i què t'ha semblat, i una acció clau, no?, perquè ha estat tot just aturada i després ha vingut el teu gol.
Sí, Joan és un jugador molt important a l'equip per la persona que és i el que ens ajuda sota els pals i molt content. Al final nosaltres intentem fer-ho el millor possible, però a vegades han d'arribar i els rivals també xuten, també tenen les seves ocasions i allà està jugant per salvar-nos.
I tu per marcar, Dani, enhorabona.
Molt bé, moltes gràcies.
The words of Dani Olmo, scoring 2 goals today here at Spotify Camp Nou for the first time in his career.
Thank you very much, Marque. Very satisfied, Dani Olmo scoring his first goals ever with the first team at Spotify Camp Nou. Very important, of course, to have Dani Olmo. He was saying it's great to have Fermín back, it's great to have Pedri back, it's great to have Rafinha back, it's great to have Joan Garcia back. We hope that Fermín is not out for long, and Marc had to point out, and well, you're back also, and you. It's great to have a player like Dani Olmo back close to his best level, and he's going to be important, Pablo, because we've got a heavy schedule coming up in the month of December. We'll talk about that in a second, but I think the important thing was to accomplish the objective of getting Barca into that first spot, at least for tonight, because Real Madrid play tomorrow. So in that sense, mission complete.
Yeah, very much so. I think Olmo was vital. I think he is going to be vital in coming weeks, rather. I immediately look at Tuesday night and I think it's his sort of game, and I thought he was well on it today, linking up with the front three that he linked up with so well last season. We know he's a top player, and with Fermín's absence, we're going to need him to be there. And as you say, the most important thing for Barça, of course, today was getting the 3 points. We knew we needed it. Even at 2-1, I would have snapped your hand off for it. I would have just said, perfect, we'll take it, we'll run with it. This wasn't an easy game, as we were pointed out by our editor, Llorens. He said, Alaves, that's the first time they conceded 3 goals in a game this season. And hey, this is not an easy team to score goals against. They have a very good defensive record. Coming into the game, they were the third best defensive side in the division. So, this is not an easy team to score against. We scored 3. We could have scored more. We had chances. And I think overall we played well. After going an early goal down, I said to you, Robert, that is not what you want to do here against this sort of team. And I thought we reacted very well indeed. Very, very good, the response. So I'm really happy with the reaction. I think we were good today. We reacted well from Chelsea also. So I'm happy all round, I must say.
I'm very happy as well about the way that Barca played today. First of all, because of the reaction after the midweek game against Chelsea. Obviously, that was a huge blow for everyone. Players the first, by the way, from here. Let's just send out a message of it's November. Let's just all remain calm. There's a lot that can happen this season, and there can be slip-ups. Having said that, the team bounced back well, even though we did concede that early first goal, and we bounced back from that very well. I thought that Barca were very proactive from the second kickoff of the game after that Alaves goal. Barca found themselves well in space. Rafinha and Balde combined well down that left flank, created opportunities. There were 2 buts for me in this game. One I talked about during the game, and I thought it was addressed, especially in the second half. In the first half, Barca were good in creation, yet a bit too casual with the ball, a bit too relaxed maybe in certain instances with the ball, and allowed Alaves to recover the ball a little bit too easily. Just a little bit too sloppy maybe. Or maybe the word isn't sloppy. Maybe it's just, okay, I'm going to take an extra touch here because I'm comfortable, and that allows the Alaves player to pounce on you and come back and recover. And then the other but is, maybe it's something natural in a game which is 2-1 and which you create opportunities in, but they don't go in. In the last few minutes, Alaves had a bit too much of the ball for my liking, but I guess it's natural that they grow, that they think, okay, here's our opportunity now. We're against the champions of last season. We wanted to get to the end of the game, to the final stretch of the game, 5 minutes remaining, with a chance to at least get something positive. And that was the case. Yeah. They were 2-1 down, 1 goal, gave them a point, and that would have been a fantastic outcome for them. So that's when they grow. And Barca had to do a bit too much chasing of the ball, wasn't able to calm down the game in the final stretch of the game. That would be the only but, really, for me. But with that said, chasing after the ball and staying persistent and not giving up, Barca recovered the ball, mounted a transition and scored the third. And in the end, all that I just said will become anecdotal at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think Alaves coming into things in the latter stages is natural. I think, unfortunately, that's the way football works. It's very hard for you to be only 2-1 up or up by a goal and be calm and easy and controlled for the last 5 minutes. The other team at some point are always going to come out a little bit, even if they have been camped in their own half for so much of the first 45 minutes and so much of the second half. I do think I agree with you in the first half, especially. We gave away a few too many easy turnovers, I'd say. And I think those could have been avoided maybe. I think Alaves picked our pockets on a few occasions, but hey, we got to remember we had quite a few big players missing, especially in midfield today. And I thought the guys who came in did a really super job. I think Casaló was really good today. I thought he was energetic, won the ball back a lot for Barca, turned over possession for ourselves too. Bernal, I thought, had a good 45 minutes in there as well. And of course, Olmo, we know, was one of, if not the star of the day. So overall, I'm pretty chuffed. We saw Pedri come back into the lineup too, which was great news. And
which the fans are celebrating, by the way, on the live chat. Matt Lumb is saying Pedri is back. That's very important. Adam Lavaran says Pedri is one and only. He controls the tempo of the game. By the way, we have new members. Thank you for signing up in post-game as well. Yeah, Garbalia signed up and Nanda Ramhit signed up. So we salute you. And we'll be offering you reactions, analysis. We'll be hearing from the players after this 3-1 win at the Spotify Cup. No, and there are a lot of names, Pablo, that we need to talk about in this game, because globally, I thought overall it was a good Barca performance. I think it was 2-1 in the final 10 minutes. It shouldn't have been 10-1. No. There were more than enough opportunities that could have gone in. That Lamine Yamal chance in which he tries to go around Sivera and hits the post. The Lewandowski header, which is saved on the line. There's a couple more as well in there. Barca had to deal with that moment of pressure, dealt with it well, recovered and scored. And as I said, there are a lot of names, because a lot of the players that we'd been itching to see because they'd been absent for so long had standout moments in this game. I mean, we can go over them one by one. Rafinha, for example, his first start since the game against Oviedo. By the way, today, the first game in which we had Rafinha, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal in the same lineup. I think that's important to note. Rafinha, 2 assists. The intensity was there. The leadership was there.
Yeah, it was. What a big involvement he was. You're right. There's quite a few things almost in each line of the lineup that we can pick over and analyse how they did and how that worked for Flick this afternoon. Rafinha was the one for me, though, I do think that wasn't an incognito. You know, we did know that would be the case. We did know how big of a miss he was going to be when he got injured against Oviedo, and we knew how much how excited we were going to be to see him back on the pitch. I mean, it was everything we imagined and more, like a perfect Christmas gift, wasn't it? And what a brilliant display from him. I thought he was energetic, lively. I thought he led the Barca press, which was vital. But also, he's got the quality in the final third, Robert. I thought the first goal, it's a typical one where you try and cut it back and you hit it into the first defender at the front post. He's got the awareness to get to the byline, which is not easy, by the way, and put it all the way back. Olmo should have scored, really. Lamine did. And the second one, too, as well. The way he drops in and then peels off the back of the defender. The cutback, too, for Olmo, 2-1, bang. And it happened on a few occasions. He's just intelligent as well as a player. He's grown so much in recent years. And we can have no doubt about it that he is one of, if not the big leader of this team. We know, we've seen it week in, week out last campaign. And he produces goals and assists too, which is so important.
We talked about it during the game. I think we realised during the game, obviously, Ter Stegen's out. He's the first captain. He's out for a long stretch. And today, in the unexpected absences of Araujo and Frenkie de Jong. Araujo yesterday with the stomach bug. And Frenkie de Jong today out due to personal reasons. Rafinha was the one wearing the armband. And I thought that was fitting today in his return to the starting lineup. during a stretch of the game, I was focusing just on his movements and his body language and the way he interacts with his teammates, the way he dialogues with them. He was talking to Lewandowski right before a press, and then you saw what they did. He initiated. Lewandowski dropped back, and Olmo went to the press, and then Lamine Yamal went to the press, and they forced an Alaves mistake. The way he credits Gerard Martin for the long pass in the second goal, a fantastic long pass by Gerard Martin. We'll talk about him in a second as well. And it's just the little things, the energy things, the character things that Rafinha does as well as his quality. I mean, he was robbed of a goal in the first Barca chance of the game, a late block in the transition opportunity. I thought he came very close to scoring there as well. But fantastic to have him back into the lineup. An hour of play today. Hansi Flick is going to ease him back in. He said we're going to be very careful with Rafinha because there were a couple of setbacks during the recovery process. So they're not going to rush it at all. Today there was no need for it. And the hour of play that we got from Rafinha was excellent. From him, I think we should transition to another player who came back just last week, and that was Joan Garcia. Not a lot that he could do in the first goal. I think everyone was still in the stands, putting their flags down, getting themselves comfortable. Alaves corner, okay, well, no need to worry about that. And I think no one was ready for it yet. No. And by the time that the ball gets to a situation which Joan Garcia can do something, he is, there's nothing he can do, really. After that, wow, what a game from Joan Garcia. And I think we have a candidate for save of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a top goalkeeper. I think he's a top young goalkeeper and a brilliant signing that Barça made in the summer. I really do, for the future of this club too. And I think he's already proven early on into his career everything that we thought he was showing last season at Espanyol, that he's an unbelievable shot stopper here, and he's probably, reflex-wise as well. We saw that for the I was going to say goal. It was practically a goal, the one he saved from Johnny Otto and Alaves after Barça had equalised, and that would have put them 2-1 up. What a save.
Yeah.
Save of the season for sure, and I'd be shocked if we see a better one. We'll maybe come back to this in May and see if we have seen a better one from Joan Garcia. And even that one in the second half from when Guridi's in.
Yeah.
I know it was, they said it was just offside. I'm not so sure it was. We would have had to see the replay. Right. But what a save. He stands tall. He gets his leg in there. It was another big stop 1v1. And he does give you that security in goal and the confidence too, Joan Garcia. I think he's improving off his line too with his feet, starting to develop into a really good Barca goalkeeper.
He gives you that security and that hope heading into an opposition one-on-one that we might be fine here.
Yeah.
He's just... By the way, he is larger than I thought. We interviewed him the other day, pitchside, at Spotify Camp Nou. He is a lot taller than I thought. Once I saw him, it was like, oh, wow, okay, you're large. And in those one-on-one situations, I think he can be a bit intimidating for the opponents in just making himself bigger and bigger and bigger and not react until the very moment in which the attacker makes his decision. So, credit to Joan Garcia, giving Barca security at the back as well. And, of course, you talked about it, Pablo. We got half an hour of Pedri in this game. And that's the return that we were all waiting for. Fortunately, he was out for a shorter period of time that we were expecting initially. And the half hour that we got from him today just takes us back to the last moment in which we saw him play. It's as though time had not gone by. It's as though the injury had not affected him. I'm guessing, obviously, with all this time out, he's going to have to be eased in as well. He's not going to play the full 90 minutes in every game to start with. But we got a quality half an hour of football from Pedri.
Yeah, we really did. And you're right, we probably thought we weren't going to see him in November, actually. And the fact we have is excellent news because we've got some big games coming up in December. And we had the international break in the middle too, didn't we, really? So we didn't have to miss him that much, Pedri. But what a difference he makes when he's on the pitch. I mean, you think some big games coming up and he's the one you'd want on the team sheet. For him to be able to get 30 minutes today immediately and not just get them, but play the way he did in them is a very, very good piece of news for Hansi Flick. It really is. And I think something he'll be licking his lips about already because he'll know Rafinha back in, Pedri back in, players like Olmo firing, Joan Garcia in goal. I've got Lewandowski, Lamine there too. I've got Rashford and Ferran as options. He'll be thinking all of a sudden,
the team's starting to look like how I wanted it to look at the start of the season, right? And certainly in terms of bodies and personnel. But, I mean, the difference Pedri makes is ridiculous. I mean, when he came on immediately, they start feeding the ball. He starts dictating it. He starts doing the little weaving runs where he jumps over bodies and legs. And he just makes all the difference for Barca. He really does.
He looks like he's on ice skates. He just glides along.
He is gliding, floating, he said.
Floating as well. He squeezes either the ball or himself in between two defenders when it seems like there's no space. He just suavely turns and then shifts the where the ball's going to go, the direction of play, and it's great. He marks the tempos. He is the director of the orchestra of the way Barca play, and it's great to have him back. And we'd be remiss if we don't go back to the goal scorer or the brace scorer of today. Yeah. We heard his reactions. Dani Olmo very pleased, of course, after his performance. I said during the game, it's great for Hansi Flick when he's got the two options, when he's got Olmo and Fermin, because they are two great attacking midfielders. They are two very different attacking midfielders. Fermin is energy and shot from outside the box and arrival into the box and like a creator of opportunities or a finisher of opportunities. Dani Olmo is a reaction player, I receive the ball with my back to goal and know where to turn. He's a space opener for Barca, and he's a chance creator for Barca. Not so much of a finisher. Today he was in the finishing role, and he can finish. But with Dani Olmo at his best, Barca have a lot of room for improvement this season.
Yeah, I mean, we're a better team when Olmo's at his best and he's in there. I think there's no doubt about that. I think he'll say that maybe he hasn't quite hit the heights yet, but that was maybe his best game in a Barca shirt this season, I think, Robert. The fact that, or the way he was playing in midfield, I think right off the back of Fermin's injury too, he probably knew that he's got an even more important role in the weeks to come. I think he likes having the front three ahead of him too. I think he knows that, as you said, maybe then they're less reliant on him for the goals, right? And that he can sort of shift the responsibility on in that regard to the front three. But hey, today he got the goals himself, and we know he's got them in his locker. He's always been a player who can strike from distance, who can pop up with goals and goal contributions for that for that much. And I still think he's one of Barca's big players when he's on it. We know the quality he's got, and in these sorts of games where you often don't get a lot of spaces, he often finds them. And when he's on form, he's a real joy to watch. I know that how much Flick will think of him, and I know that he'll be thinking, I can produce more of these sorts of performances. And we heard him in the interview too, you know, what a special moment of hit for him. Barca fan, you know, his whole life, come up through the academy, then he goes to Croatia, you know, and obviously he's got the move to Leipzig and whatnot. So you've got all of that to think about. And I still think, you know, now at Barca, last season we saw it, this season, we just want to see him get to that other level, don't we?
Right, let's go to Mar Brown. More reactions. He is standing next to Rafinha.
Yeah, guys, we are next to our captain today. He didn't score, but he assisted twice this season in this game. Rafinha, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes. Tu primer partido como titular aquí en el nuevo Spotify Camp Nou y una victoria, ¿no? Una tarde-noche perfecta.
Sí, perfecta. Al final del cumpleaños del club creo que es el mejor regalo que podríamos dar. Obviamente que al principio del partido fuimos sorprendidos, pero el equipo ha podido mantener la cabeza buena y sabíamos que teníamos prácticamente 90 minutos para remontar el partido y creo que hemos hecho bien. Buscamos el empate, que era lo más importante, y después pudimos controlar bien el partido. Y bueno, poder volver a jugar aquí como titular es algo especial. Poder ver la afición también apoyándonos desde el principio hasta el final del partido. Creo que es un punto llave para poder ganar puntos, que es lo más importante para nosotros.
Dijiste en la rueda de prensa de Stamford Bridge que tú has echado más de menos al equipo que el equipo a ti. Bueno, esto no es verdad, Rafa, porque hoy tu presión, cómo has contagiado a los compañeros, 2 asistencias, ¿estás satisfecho con lo que has podido ayudar hoy a tus compañeros?
Sí, como yo, la verdad, digo que estoy satisfecho, nunca estoy, y ya lo sabe, me conoce hace tiempo ya. Obviamente que estoy feliz sin poder volver después de una lesión complicada, pero poder ayudar al equipo es lo más importante, y para mí ganar partidos es lo más importante, siendo asistente o marcando goles o ninguno de los dos, pero el equipo ganando y pudiendo hacer un buen trabajo defensivo. Y bueno, estoy muy feliz de poder estar en el campo ayudando al equipo. Estoy buscando mi mejor físico, mi mejor versión físicamente después de esta lesión, pero creo que sigo creciendo y buscando el 100%.
Son 4 victorias consecutivas ya en la Liga, Rafa. Evidentemente el otro día fue una derrota dolorosa, pero en la Liga estáis recuperando posiciones. También sabemos que lo pasó el año pasado, que hubo un pequeño bache. Sensación por eso que en la Liga habéis recuperado el terreno y que habéis pasado por un momento complicado, ¿no? Lesiones como la tuya, de otros compañeros, y que ya volvéis a estar ahí arriba.
Sí, yo creo que es siempre, bueno, jugar una liga es siempre complicado. Al final son muchos partidos durante toda la temporada y obviamente habrá momentos que no estaremos tan bien y otros que estaremos muy bien. Entonces hay que saber controlar estos momentos, controlar los peores momentos e intentar que sean menores los momentos malos. Y bueno, creo que estamos haciendo bien. Como he dicho, lo más importante es ganar. Obviamente que sabemos que no estamos en nuestra mejor versión, pero estamos buscando y estoy seguro que vamos a encontrarnos otra vez y poder jugar un buen fútbol y nos encontrar durante la temporada, y lo más importante es lo que queda después de este mes.
Déjame hacerte solo una extra, Rafa, antes del 2-1, vaya parada de Joan, ¿no? La verdad es que el público se ha echado las manos a la cabeza.
La verdad que sí, bueno, son momentos que estás ahí y piensas que no nos marquen porque si no esto se complica muchísimo. Y bueno, sabemos que cuando los equipos no marcan goles, siempre es complicado, un empate o una derrota, y remontar un partido es siempre complicado. Entonces, estas paradas nos dan vida para seguir bien en el partido.
Gracias, Rafael, enhorabuena por la victoria.
Muchas gracias.
The words of our captain today in coming back in the starting 11 here at the Spotify Camp Nou and giving 2 assists for Lamine and Dani Olmo for the comeback this afternoon here at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Right, thank you very much, Marc. Rafinha, I don't think he was expecting the question from Marc about the Joan Garcia save. And the reaction said everything. Was like, wow.
Yeah.
That was, and he said, important save, because if you allow them to, at that moment, was it take the lead again?
It was 1-0, yeah. They would have taken the lead, yeah.
It makes things more complicated as well. We'll soon be able to show you some interesting images, some great images. Codet is talking in the press conference, but yeah, we'll see if there's an interesting thing that he says that we need to get back, but no need to show it. And yeah, Rafinha, just happy that he's back. I agree with what Marc said to him. It's like you said before the game against Chelsea, you had missed the team more than they had missed you, and we respectfully disagree.
Yeah, we miss Rafinha so much, and it's always good to see him talking. And I think he speaks like a true captain. You know, remembering that it was the club's 126th year anniversary today. We've got more.
Let's go back to Marc.
Yeah, which Marc? Me or Marc Bernal? I think it's both. We prefer to listen to Marc Bernal. Al costat del Marc Bernal, que avui està titular per primera vegada aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Marc, què tal, com estàs? Bona nit. Bé, una victòria important. Després del que va passar el dimarts, era important tornar a recuperar sensacions guanyant.
Bona nit. La veritat que sí. Avui fer-ho d'aquesta victòria ens vindrà molt bé, sobretot per afrontar el partit de la setmana que ve.
No sé si també amb la sensació que l'equip ha sabut respondre bé a una situació compromesa com ha estat un gol que heu rebut tan aviat.
Sí, la veritat que hem sabut respondre molt bé, ho hem fet junts com un equip i això és amb el que em quedo a la primera part també, i llavors estic superorgullós d'aquests 3 punts. Què tal jugar a l'Spotify Camp Nou? L'altre dia va jugar uns minuts a la segona part, però avui com a titular, clar, no vaig parlar amb tu la setmana passada, però tu que has vingut tantes vegades a veure partits aquí, què és això de jugar aquí a l'estadi? Jo de petit estava aquí veient partits i avui fer-ho de titular amb aquesta afició, amb aquest camp, és impressionant. La veritat que he al·lucinat i estic molt orgullós.
No sé fins a quin punt també, clar, l'altre dia va ser la primera vegada, encara que sigui la setmana passada, quines sensacions vas tenir? Perquè avui és el primer cop que titular, però l'altre dia va ser el primer dia.
No, va ser al·lucinant, jo encara no ho estava assimilant al cap d'un dia, però al final és un orgull i al final és el nostre estadi.
I ja per acabar, Marc, avui has estat titular, després t'han canviat a la segona part, però com et sents després de tant de temps fora dels terrenys de joc? Encara recordem aquella lesió que et vas fer a Vallecas, has anat tornant a poc, ahir el Hansi va dir tranquil, el Marc ja tenim minuts, el més important és com et trobes tu a la gespa.
No, bé, la veritat que m'he sentit molt bé, he notat que també he anat de menys a més una mica, llavors això és un procés llarg, vinc d'una lesió dura i al final em quedo amb els 45 minuts que m'aniran superbé.
Enhorabona, Marc, i moltes gràcies.
Moltes gràcies.
The words of, well, she said in Spanish, muchas gracias. Well, Marc Bernal, he was out of the pitch several months after the great injury he had against Rayo Vallecano. I'm just looking because I think that, our coach is here, Hansi Flick, as always, to comment just the game. Yesterday, Hansi, you said the most important is the 3 points, but both the 3 points, it seems that the team showed a good performance here at the Spotify Camp Nou.
I was not so happy. So with the 3 points, of course, and also I think in the first half, after the first goal they scored, we were 1-1 down. We come back, it was very good, and also how we scored the goals, I'm happy. But I think we also have too many ball loss, and this is what we have to. We have to manage this better. So this is we have to improve on this way, and we have to work on that.
Of course, you have to take that look, but the most important also is that you had 4 wins in a row in LaLiga. After what happened the beginning of the season with the injury, with 7 points dropped, how important was to get at that time with the 4th consecutive wins?
Of course, this is always important when you win. Has to give you the confidence, but for me, also it's not easy to manage it because also the players are coming back. So we have to manage about the minutes. You also can see at the end when we brought in Andreas, we had 3 options to change. It was Balde had a little bit showed okay, Shara, and also Kuba. So. At the end, it's like it is. The players, maybe we are not at the moment everyone by 100%, but we have to work on that and next match by match, yes.
Let me ask you the last one. We can ask you about many names, but I want to ask you about one action of the game was the save by Joan Garcia. How important also was him to come to the pitch, but also at that moment with the 1-1 before just the 2-1, with the great save. What can you say about this?
Oh, very, very good. He's very focused. He's, I think, in the right place here in Barça, and I'm really happy because it was an unbelievable save, and the next situation was we scored the goal. Was important. So this is always like that, and today we also did in the right moment the goals, and this is good.
Thanks for attending us as always. Thanks and congrats.
Thanks a lot.
Our coach Hansi Flick saying that he was not very happy with the performance because he said maybe we suffered a lot, but after that the way that he explains the game, I think it was quite good, and it's good to have this autocratic situation about what happened in the game between the second and the third goal. Remember that after this Hansi Flick will go to the press conference room. So guys, I think we have enough players to talk with us, so if we need something else maybe we can connect later to do the player of the match.
Or maybe we can do it now, Mark. If you're ready, we can do it now.
Yeah, I'm ready because it's many time talking me because we'll listen to Rafinha, to Marc Bernal, and to Hansi Flick. And let's go with the player of the match votes. Let me remind what I sent to you, Robert. Yeah, I remember. Well, for me, the player of the match finally is Dani Olmo. It's Olmo time, scoring 2 goals after many time he couldn't score goals. For the first time, scoring goals in Spotify Camp Nou for the first time in his career. For a culé like him, he told us in the interview he came many times when he was a child here, so very special for him scoring twice, and I think that it's important to have him back in his best version, also for himself and also for the team. I will give 2 points for Rafinha, coming back to the starting 11 with 2 assists. He didn't score, he only played an hour, but it was very important, not only for the assist, as we commented with him, for the press, the way that he played was very important also for all the teammates. And finally, I want to give 1 point for Joan Garcia. I ask every player and the coach that we have here in our connection, because I think was the biggest moment of the game, that save, maybe the save of the season so far for the moment for him, so he deserves a lot this 1 point. So guys, these are my votes, just to resume everything. Very happy with the 3 points, but as Hansi Flick said, many things to improve, because next Tuesday we will have a very, very hard game against Atletico de Madrid, who didn't start very well this season, but in the last game they beat Inter, they beat Getafe with the latest goal, so it will be a very, very difficult game, maybe one of the biggest nights here in the new Spotify Camp Nou.
Thank you very much, Mark. Get some rest because the week coming up is definitely intense. And from Mark's player of the match votes, we will go to yours, Pablo Walls. There they are right now on our screens.
Yeah, I found this tricky, but I had to go for Rafinha. I know Olmo was sort of the man of the hour, right, with the 2 goals, but I just thought the impact Rafinha made, I think he was so good. I think he made all the difference for Barca, and I'm looking for a difference maker when picking my vote, so I went for him. I was really tight. I very nearly swayed last minute and went Olmo, but I had to go Rafinha for 3. Olmo, of course, understandably, gets 2 for his 2 goals, and he was excellent too, as we've spoken about previously. And I wanted to give credit to Joan Garcia for the save also, but for me, we can't forget about Lamine Yamal today. I know he maybe missed a chance that he should have scored from to make it 3 in the first half. We could have been looking at a different game here, not suffered as much as maybe Hansi Flick was upset that we did. But I still think, hey, a goal and an assist, and the way he played too, he tormented Alaves all afternoon long, and I have to give him credit for that. One of those players that keeps on shining. So he gets 1 for me.
Right, I'm going to have to agree with you, Pablo. I'm quite gutted that I couldn't give Joan Garcia a vote here, and he was crucial. Hansi just said it. The big save is followed by Barca's 2nd goal. How things can change, eh? If Joan Garcia doesn't make that save, when he's already gone down, when he's already on the ground, and it looks like he's beatable for Johnny Otto there. He just has to put the ball over him. And somehow Joan just leaps up like a cat and manages to parry away the ball. That's I mean, I insist that's going to be one of the saves of the season. But I have to agree with you. I think in terms of energy, leadership, chance creation, everything that he brings, captain with an armband today, Rafinha gets the 3 points, 2 assists in his return to the starting 11. Dani Olmo, 2 goals, 2 points. We've talked about him at length as well. He opens things up for Barca when he's at his best. He moves around so much. He's unpredictable. He's good on the turn, good with the final pass. Today, he polished his finishing as well. We didn't see him finish the other day against Athletic Club. Today, he manages to get 2. Impressive that he got it as well with his left foot, that final one. It's a nice little finish that he tucks in. And it could have even been a hat-trick because there's that chance that he puts across and it just sends it really wide, or just wide, rather. So it could have been a hat-trick for Dani Olmo. And I agree that it has to be 1 point for Lamine Yamal because of the gravity, the attention that he attracts, the fear that he creates in the opponent team, the finish, of course, to score Barca's equaliser, and everything that he creates. Lamine Yamal gets 1 vote for me. So our final votes today. I don't know if you'll agree, live chat, but we voted Rafinha as player of the match with 8 points, followed closely by Dani Olmo with 7. 2 points for Lamine Yamal, 1 for Joan Garcia. Right, well, today is an important day for Barca, of course, with the 126th anniversary, and our Vice President Elena Fort will talk about it with our colleague Àngels Prieto in the presidential area.
Estem amb la vicepresidenta Elena Fort per parlar d'aquest incident que ha provocat que molts socis i sòcies del Barça avui hagin tingut problemes per accedir a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Vicepresidenta Elena Fort, què ha passat?
Doncs bona nit. Primer de tot, si em permets, demanar disculpes des de la Junta Directiva i des del club pel que ha passat avui. Ho sentim molt. El que ha passat és que hem detectat en un determinat moment, just abans d'obrir les portes, un alentiment en el sistema de la baixa de les entrades i, per tant, dels QRs. Ens hem posat a treballar de forma immediata, però és cert que això no ho hem pogut redreçar fins a ben entrat al partit. I bé, també hem de tenir en compte que estem entrant en un estadi nou, estem implementant uns sistemes nous. Vull recordar també que aquests sistemes s'implementen amb aquella voluntat d'evitar les reventes, de facilitar als socis també l'entrada. Avui, lamentablement, la tecnologia no ens ha acompanyat i estem disgustats pel que ha passat, però també és una manera d'aprenentatge de poder anar redreçant aquells problemes que ens trobem.
Quantes persones, quants socis i sòcies s'han vist afectats per aquesta incidència?
Doncs mira, la totalitat són uns aproximadament 7.500. Han pogut entrar dintre de l'estadi 44.834. Per tant, calculem que uns 7.500 són els que s'han vist afectats d'aquesta entrada. Hem intentat ajudar-los. També hem implementat noves maneres de poder entrar a l'estadi, ja sigui amb el localitzador, ja sigui amb un PDF que s'han pogut enviar alguns, ja sigui amb identificació visual. Hem reaccionat sobre aquesta situació i al final, tot i que sí que és cert ben entrada al partit, han pogut entrar pràcticament la majoria.
Deia que pràcticament la majoria han rebut incidències de persones que finalment no han pogut accedir fins a l'estadi.
Crec que amb l'aforament final i amb el número de passes i entrades entregades, calculem que uns 300 i escaig segurament són persones que no han entrat. Hem de saber exactament si perquè han marxat o perquè finalment no han pogut arribar a tenir els documents, però en tot cas aquestes persones des de l'UB i des del club ens posem a la seva disposició per individualment veure què ha passat i poder solucionar-ho o en tot cas parlar-ne a veure com ho podem redreçar.
Ja per acabar, aquest dimarts torna a haver-hi partit aquí a l'estadi contra l'Atlètic de Madrid. Quines mesures es prendran per evitar que es torni a repetir una incidència com aquesta?
Doncs mira, com vam fer un test abans d'iniciar tots els partits, el primer partit va funcionar, avui hem tingut aquesta incidència. Sabent quina incidència és, sabent el problema que hem tingut, doncs focalitzar tots els estaments del club i tots els departaments per treballar-hi, perquè això no torni a passar i perquè tinguem uns partits amb cap incidència d'aquest tipus. I deixa'm tornar a repetir les disculpes i una mica agrair la paciència dels socis. Sabem que no ha estat fàcil, hem implementat totes les mesures alternatives que hem pogut i simplement demanar disculpes i treballar perquè això no torni a passar.
Moltes gràcies, senyora Fort.
The vice president of the club there apologising for the incidents we talked about before the game, in which fans weren't able to access easily to the stadium. There are about 300 fans who didn't finally access to the stadium. The club doesn't know if it's because they just packed up and went home or if they had a problem with their tickets. That mostly it was fixed, but the apology from the club to the members for the difficulties to access the stadium today, a day which was the 126th anniversary of the club, and there was a celebration in the presidential area, a very special cake with the 126th number. Cat was there, of course. All the coaches and some of the players from the secciones as well, from the teams from the Palau. I see Xavi Pascual, Javi Rodriguez there from the basketball and the futsal as well. Coaches from the other professional teams. President Joan Laporta and his board of directors for the official photograph of this 126th anniversary of the club. And we'll see it in a second. There was a very special cake made by the Pastisseria Escrivá, one of the most famous cake shops in Barcelona, one of the best in the world as well. There's the cake. Look at that. Look at that. Can I get a slice of that?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Look at that. That's brilliant. Look at that. Huge. Look at cats loving it as well.
Do cats, are cats allowed to eat cake? I'm not sure. I mean, anyway, it looks absolutely fantastic, and Barca were able to celebrate this 126th anniversary with a win, which was the best way to do so. Look at that. It looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, able to do so in style. That's a nice shot, isn't it? President with his board of directors plus other coaches, which is nice there. 126 years old, Barca. Lovely. And I celebrated it with a win too, Robert. And I know Flick said he wasn't too pleased with some elements of the performance. I was actually quite chuffed. I thought we were quite good today.
You know where that cake went after the game? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at where the cake went after the game. It was in the presidential area before the game. And I believe it went down to the dressing rooms right before. Can we show those images, guys? There they are. Look at it.
Hey.
Down in the tunnel, President Joan Laporta with the team celebrating the win. Of course, Cat made it all the way down there as well. And the players posing with that 126th anniversary win. Interesting. So much has happened, or we've talked about so much since Hansi Flick gave that answer to Marc Brau.
Yes.
He talked about positive signs after the Chelsea game, where a lot of fans were disappointed with the defeat. Today, with the win, Flick not pleased at how much the team had to suffer in the final minutes of the game, and I get that. We brought it up in this post-game analysis as well.
No, you know what was funny? He said exactly what you said in the first half, Robert. You got it spot on. You said, I'm liking this in the first half. We're playing well, but I'm not liking how easily we're losing the ball. We're losing it too often. It's exactly what Flick said to Marc Brau. And I was surprised too, because I probably would have said a similar question to Marc. Not just a good 3 points, but also a good performance to go with it. And Flick sort of went, I'm not so sure about the performance part. But hey, that's also a positive thing. I think he's careful, Flick, to try and
I think it's a vital part of management. When we lose, he tries to big up his team. He tries to get them back up and boost them again, which is an important part of management. And when we win, I think he tries to not let us get too high. Yeah. And he tries to keep us tempered, and humble and whatnot, which is also a good thing. So it's always positive that he's looking out for the best ways to improve his team, to develop week by week. And I do think that was an element today. I really do. Having said that, I'm trying to think back a few weeks now, and for me, that was one of our better displays, in my opinion. I think we were good.
Definitely. Right, the press conference of Coudet, the Alaves coach, has finished, so Hansi Flick will be stepping into the press room in just a second. Let's talk about that next game while we wait for Hansi Flick, because we face Atlético de Madrid, who play later on tonight against Oviedo. They are right now 4th in the standings, but as Mark said, after an up and down start for them, they have gradually hit their stride, and they've had important wins as of late, and they are going to be a tough nut to crack. I mean, last season at the Olympic Stadium, we lost to them in the last minute.
Yeah, we shouldn't
forget that Sorloth goal.
We shouldn't have lost. That's for sure. We really shouldn't. And I actually think, Robert, I'll tell you what, in every game we played against Atleti last season, of which there were 4, I think we were pretty damn good in all of them. Especially that home one in the Cup. I thought we were unbelievable. I don't know how we drew, and I don't know how we lost in this fixture last season either. But this on Tuesday night is going to be a different kettle of fish, I think. I think this is going to be a super tough game, by the way. And if Chelsea was tough that time last week, this is going to be really tough too. It's at home, which obviously makes me more confident as Hansi Flick steps into the press room, but it's going to be a real test.
Well, there's Hansi Flick, accompanied by Paul Martinez. And let's listen to Hansi Flick. We'll leave it here, and we will be back on Tuesday for Barça Atlético. Take care, culers. Visca el Barça!
Sempre una pregunta per torn, dir nom i mitjà. Gràcies. Comencem amb Catalunya Ràdio.
Bona tarda. Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Com d'important ha estat recuperar el grandíssim nivell de Rafinha i també de Pedri, i què t'aporten en partits que al final es compliquen, com el que ha passat avui? Gràcies.
No, I'm really happy that they are back, and today was also not easy, to manage the minutes. We also said, okay, Rafa only can play 60 minutes, more and less, and Pedri 30 minutes. It's like that, and I'm happy that we won the 3 points. I think this is the most important thing for today. Of course, I'm not happy with some situations because we have too many ball loss. But at the end, we have to say that with everything what we did today, how we managed it, it was okay, and the 3 points was the most important thing.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Ara parlaves de la importància dels retorns de Rafinha i de Pedri, específicament de Pedri per la seva importància, ara que us ve l'Atlètic de Madrid dimarts. No sé si has pogut parlar amb ell de les sensacions que ha tingut durant el partit i si creus que per un partit tan important com pel de dimarts podreu comptar amb ell ja de titular.
We will see. We recover tomorrow, so it's not so many days between these 2 matches. But he's okay. After the game, I asked him, and he's okay. So this is the most important thing. Also, Rafa, I think also for Rafa today, he showed his dynamic. He showed how his intensity, how good is his intensity for our game. So this is why I'm happy, and also happy for Dani, because I think also he has not an easy time. The last couple of weeks, and he scored the 2 goals. It was very important also for us to win.
Hola, mister. Buenas noches. Adrián Alves en directo para el carrusel de la serie, el que te jugas Barça de Ser Cataluña. Ha habido 2 expulsiones hoy en el banquillo. No sé exactamente qué protestaban. Si no me equivoco, han sido De La Fuente y Marcus Sorg. Y si cree que es algo que se debe corregir.
This is, at the end, I have no time to speak with my staff members, with Della and with Marcus. I have to speak first, but what I can say is I asked the 4th referee what happened, and he said no word. So just explain me. I think today I was really calm. I like to communicate with him because it's a good situation. If you say, okay, come on, stay calm or like this. We are in the same game, okay? We are same business, and we have to manage it together. Not about this. So please, also for the others, there are many who make this job as a fourth referee. They're doing a great job. So I think also today maybe I missed a little bit the communication, and this is what I want. So it's not a big thing. It's not a big thing, and I think I'm be respectful about him with him, and I want to have it the same. I want to have the same. If you say, hey, come on, take care about your bench, I will do it. I will do it. It was the same in Chelsea. So it's like that. I can manage it, and they listen to me. So, but at the end, I have to ask them what happens.
Hola, Hansi, Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Hoy hemos visto dos grandes paradas de Joan García, una en la primera parte, milagrosa, y después en la segunda. Ha sostenido el equipo. ¿Cree que está al nivel para ir a la selección?
This is not my answer. I think the national has to decide. I think it's always not easy to bring someone new in the national team, but I think he's one of these guys who also for the future we will see in the national team. So, but it's not my decision.
Hola, señor Flick, aquí Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio de Acero. Le quiero preguntar por Marc Bernal, 15 meses después ha vuelto a ser titular después del calvario que ha pasado con la lesión. Me gustaría que me explicara cómo lo ha visto en esa primera parte que ha jugado y sobre todo cómo ve su evolución, esas dos cosas, cómo lo ha visto hoy y cómo ve su evolución de cara a que pueda empezar a ser más protagonista durante la temporada, dado que confía usted mucho en él. Gracias.
I think the step today is good, very good for him also to play 45 minutes in LaLiga. This is the first step, and I think gives him also the confidence for the next weeks. We need him, we need every player, and he's doing good also. What I see in the training, he improved a lot, and the evolution is good, so I'm happy with this.
Hola, mister. Aquí Alejandro Segura en directo para Radio Marca. Me gustaría saber cómo está Eric García. Ha sido sustituido en el descanso, ha recibido un golpe en la nariz, que ya estaba tocado de la nariz. Y me gustaría saber cómo está, si ha tenido algún problema. Gracias.
No, it was very painful, this hit, and I can imagine this. But I think he's okay, but the decision what we made was important because with this pain to play, I think it was not possible.
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes, mister. Felicidades por la victoria. Yo soy el cap de Radio Nacional.
Gracias.
Me gustaría que valorara el partido de Gerard Martín en el central zurdo. No es su posición habitual, él suele jugar de lateral. No es la primera vez que lo hace, hoy ha vuelto a completar un muy buen partido, en mi opinión, y saber si después de esto puede tener continuidad en esa posición. Gracias.
So this is what we think in for the coaches team. So we always think about how we can help, how we can improve, help the players to improve. And I think it's also for us on this position, a player with the left foot. Also for the build-up, I think gives us a lot of more options, and how I said always, I really love how he improve, how his attitude, his mentality. He's really very professional. I can see him after training, always in the gym, always working on his things he has to do, and yeah, you can show it. It's always like that you know exactly what you get from him, and I'm really happy to have him in my team.
Hola, Hansi, ¿cómo estás? Juan Irigoyen de Leo. ¿Cuál crees vos que es la principal diferencia entre tu Barça de la temporada pasada y el Barça de esta?
We have not the control, not the intensity at the moment we had the last season. I'm not sure, but someone said that in the last season we had the same points like this season, and at the 14th match day. I'm not sure because I'm not about the statistics. I don't care about that because it's last season, and I have to follow the new season, concentrating on this. Yeah, we have to improve. We can improve a little bit, well, a lot of things more. But also, what you have to see this season, we have yeah, more more injuries. But last season was more from the beginning, and everyone was right to play from the beginning, and so we improved a lot. Also with every match, with every one, we improved a lot this season. Also, we have now I think 4 in a row. It's good. It's good for the moment, but we are never happy with this, and we need to improve many things, and we work on that.
Últimes 2 preguntes, Laia.
Hola, Hansi. Laia Cervelló de The Athletic. Jo volia preguntar-te per Marc Casador. Avui ha jugat els 90 minuts, ha sigut titular. Com l'has vist i com valores el seu partit? Gràcies.
Well, it was also for him, I think it was not easy. Also, he played first 8, then 6, and we made a lot of changes also in midfield, so we have to move about this, what I said before, because he has to play 60 minutes, he 30 minutes, and we have to change also Marc. I think Marc Bernal was also not able to play the full game, so it's about that. And he always, so I think 1 or 2 minutes he played also right back. I think also he can improve, but at the moment for this step I'm happy. I'm happy to have him to control also the defense, be a very important part for the connections between the offense and the defense. He's normally very, very smart player, very intelligent player, so we need him on the best level.
¿Qué tal, Hansi? Nacho Jiménez para Más que Pelotas. Enhorabuena por la victoria. Quiero incidir en un nombre que has comentado anteriormente, que es el de Dani Olmo. Habías dicho que no había pasado por un buen momento en estas últimas semanas, que no le acaban de salir las cosas. No sé qué has estado trabajando con él, hemos visto jugar en la base, ahora ha vuelto a la media punta. ¿Qué esperas de él de cara a estos partidos, sobre todo también con la baja de Fermín López, que quizá debe dar un paso al frente? Gracias.
I think everyone from us, also you know it, we know it, everyone knows it. I think in the football business, he's a fantastic player. I think sometimes it's maybe he wants to make the second step before the first step he will do so, and then maybe you think too much about situations and they are over. So for me, I said this to him. I said to him, "Come on, enjoy this game because you are really good." For me, it's now, for every player, is the best time in the life normally. It's like that. When you play football, when you can play, stay on the pitch and play with your teammates against the opponent, this is the competition. This is, I loved as a player, but I think for every player is the best moment in life. I can say it because now it's a little bit difficult as a coach. So I enjoy it also, but I enjoyed more to stay on the pitch. So this is what I want to say also to every player. It's now. It's time to give everything to be the best player you can be. And this is this is what we want to see from this player. Okay, we worked hard, we train hard, and we are focused on that, and also for the fans, it's what they want to see, that everyone gives the best and play at the best level. So this is easy.
Fins aquí la roda de premsa. Gràcies.
Gracias.
you.